Welcome all across the galaxy to our Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic stream. This is a first for me for doing this live because this will be one of the first things I do without a script, that apart from being the Recon Center videos and the Empire at War. But this is completely live. Anything will happen. Who knows what will happen? So, anyway, what are we going to be doing is playing Star Wars Knights of the... Welcome all across... Oh, yeah, I've got my audio on. Let's mute that quick. There we go. That's sorted. Like I said, this is the first proper live stream I've done. Things might not work properly. So please do bear that in mind. So, we're going to go and start the game. Just bear with me for a moment while I work that in the background. So, I'm going to let you know that a few things... while we play this game. Hello, Goodman4. Welcome to the stream. It's nice to see you here. Bear with me. Get a bit giddy. Right, let's minimize Steam. You can hear the game in the background going. Right, let's see what we've got going on here. Bear with me for a moment. Like I said, there will be a few hiccups here and there, but we'll get there shortly. I'm just moving things so I can see them. There we go, that should be working perfectly. Here we go. Here's the moment of truth to see if it'll actually work. Ah, fantastic. That's a good response. Like to hear that it's working. Is the sound levels and the game levels okay? I hope so, because I've been trying to fix that for the last couple of hours. Alright, that should be working. There we go. There is no cursor, because the cursor wouldn't match up anywhere properly on the screen, and I cannot do movies. The movies don't crash the game, but they break the stream. So anyway, in this game I've never played dark side. Every time I've played this game it has been light side most of the time. No, I don't have any mods on. It's just the base vanilla game. In the this game's unstable to begin with, so I don't want to make it even more unstable by adding mods to the game. That's probably the big reason why there's no mods. There are, in fact, it makes sense that there is mods for this game. But most of the mods I've played for Knights of the Republic have been for the second one. Where we use the restoration mod. And I will get around to playing that probably after this, but probably more likely I'm going to be playing this game, then Star Wars Galaxy for a bit, then back to Knights of the Republic 2. So anyway, I'm going to go as a male just because there's no way I'm going to be able to do a female voice, because that's just... I'm not even going to try and attempt that, but I will do a male. I will be a male character. I'm going to go for male scout, and then we're going to make a custom character. And we're not going to mid-max the game, but I'll tell you what we will do. We'll go for the avatar, which everyone picks, of course, which is Mullet Man. Attributes. So I'm going to focus more on strength, because I want to really just absolutely obliterate the enemy. So let's just start with that. It's 12, make that height, let's make it 13. Dex, that's for our lightsabers, which will be strength is our lightsabers. So yes, so in this game, it's a lot like D&D, D20 kind of game style of board games. So if you've never played Knights of the Republic before, it runs on this D20 system. So everything is the roll of a dice, just in the background, with this very I don't know what you'd call it, like this very visual effects as a facade for what is really happening. So we want to focus more on strength than anything because of our lightsabers, and using pistols in this game is not fun or great. So we're just going to leave that, but we might want to increase our defense rating. Yeah, wait a second. Not read these in a long time. Strength measures physical power. A high strength adds motivators to melee damage and a chance to hit, which is important for characters that use close combat weapons. Dex is more for blasters and grenades and has a high modifier fires to range of those attacks. Increase a character's defense rating, making them harder to hit, which is also ideal really. Constitution represents health and resiliency. Sorry, I'm going to butcher up a few words here. A high constitution adds modifiers to the vitality points gained at each level up. This is important for everyone, but essential for soldiers and Jedi Guardians. Intelligence. Intelligence represents knowledge and reasoning. This will give us more modifiers to the number of points a character has to spend on essential skills. So that would be for like, for example, repair, computer skills, that kind of thing. Wisdom is more Jedi Force powers, abilities. It will help with our Force saving throws, so when we use our Sith Lightning, we will be eventually more powerful in the second game, but still fun to use in this one. Also means the more points we put into Wisdom, the more easier it is for us to defeat enemies with our Force powers. And finally, Charisma. Charisma represents personality and the ability to lead. A high Charisma adds modifiers to the Force, related feats, and powers that are very important to all the Jedi classes. It is also central to any persuasive talker. This will also give us the ability to unlock new dialogue options, which is useful, so I'll put that up to 10. Like I said, we won't be min-maxing this, but we'll be trying to not die. I might put strength up to 14, in fact, and put intelligence up to 10. Will I romance Bastila? Well, that is a question. I don't know. I mean, I assume you can if you're dark side. I probably will. I plan to do most things in the game. I want to... Because the last time I played this game was when I was getting screenshots for Legends of the Galaxy 2. And so I was more focused on doing a light side playthrough. No, that's it. Welcome to the stream, Resems. No, this is this game. We destroyed the Star Forge at the end. Spoilers. This game came out ages ago, so I'm not too fussed about spoiling this game. Sorry. But no, it is this one. The MMO, you go to the planet Rakata and you see the wreckage of the Star Forge in that one. So anyway, we've still got quite a few. I've got a lot of points remaining actually. Let's put this up to 16. This could be an absolute beast. Let's put Charisma up to 12. Be like a Han Solo character type, but with a sword. Wisdom, let's put that up to 10 because we want to protect ourselves against the Force. Intelligence. Kind of want to really get that 2003, really? Crikey, that long ago. Wow, I didn't play it when it first came out. I played it a couple of years later. I think it was... I was playing it at a friend's house, actually, on the Xbox for a bit, and then I didn't actually fully play it by myself until the Best of PC edition came out in 2008, and I played it through then, just before I went into college, and then I did one playthrough of it then, and that was quite a bit ago. Light side playthrough, of course, and then I did another playthrough to get screenshots for Legends of the Galaxy, and so I'm interested to play this game and actually play it as a video game properly. Right, let's focus on what we want to do. We don't want to be on this screen forever now, do we? Right, let's put strength up again, because why not? We actually want to keep on even numbers, so the modifiers continue. Got a modifier 3. That takes 3 points as well. Right, let's increase our Dexterity to 10. Don't want to be really low on that. Alright, feats of powers that are very important. All Jedi classes. Let's increase that to 13, why not? Wisdom. Let's not be silent in the stream. So, the main reason why I started streaming this week and not next week is mainly because, let's get the elephant out of the room here, is because of COVID-19. I am still working weekdays, but I'm on low hours. I work as a dentist, and so dentists are in this iffy ground at the moment because they are part of the health system, but they don't count as key workers. There's a little bit of grey area there. I live in the UK. At the current time, we are not in a lockdown, but we have closed bars, restaurants, clubs, shops that don't sell food, and we're still allowed to go out, but not in groups. And I don't think it will be long until we are, but I don't want to, talk hearsay because I don't want mass hysteria to be going around. And it is a little bit of a worrying time. Anyway, let's concentrate on this. Let's put that at 12. 3 more points. What we're going to put them in? I'm thinking intelligence and wisdom. I want to put 1 more point into something. I want to take... might as well put it in Christmas so it's an even number. Maybe. Oh, I should have done this before I started the stream, really. We're only 10 minutes in and I haven't decided. Let's go for charisma. Skills. Alright, still got more of this. Okay. So we want to go for, if we're going for a more slashy kind of character, especially if we're going dark side, we want to increase our persuade up to 2, really. Sorry, a bit burpy. Let's get our repair up to 4, maybe. Treat injury, put it all the way up to as far as we can. Computer use is probably good to use as well, but also got to remember about our other characters. Is there any... Right, Reese Ems is asking, is there any difference between which side you choose? I mean, by the time of Knights of the Republic 2, we will still have Revan's granddaughter. That is a good question, because canon-wise, Revan goes to the light side, of course, and in the Revan book, they do have a child, and of course, at least this, the events in SWOTOR. But dark side Revan, possibly. I mean, I think, yes, Basta is still alive in the dark side playthrough. But yeah, technically, I wouldn't see no reason why not. I'd assume they at least did the dirty at least once, maybe. So maybe, yeah, that's an interesting question. Never really thought about that, but I would say yes, and it probably would be a Dark Jedi or Sith, probably. That is never really thought of that, really. Right. Anyway, before I answer Goodman 4's question, I'm gonna select these. So I am gonna go up on the computer use, at least maybe 2 demolitions. I'm not too bothered with. I hardly ever use grenades, but I will put it up by 2 so we can use them. And of course put down mines. Awareness we want to put up. Persuade I also want to put up. Right. Not bothered about security. Security is useless in this one. Because you can slash the door open and slash crates open and nothing will break. There's no reason to really have that, especially with a lightsaber. Where in the second game, oh, you can kill her in this? Oh, I didn't know that. I did not know that. Oh, interesting. Ah. Right, I do want to go... I'm not too bothered about stealth. But I do want to go to on Persuade. That's cost 2. Right, let's not get that yet. I do want that though. Right, let's go. Oh, see, this is where we're getting to problems now. We'd rather have Persuade or not. Let's go Persuade. I'm going to try and get as much story as we can. Alright, so I'm going to see what... it's okay if you can ask what you do. Okay, so Goodman4 asks if is okay to ask, what do I think of Star Wars Knights of the Republic? Sorry, Star Wars The High Republic or the new Clone Wars season? I have not seen it, so I'm 50 with The High Republic. I'm really enjoying the new season of Clone Wars. Bear in mind that I wasn't a big fan of the Clone Wars when it first came out, when it first aired on Cartoon Network. I wasn't a big fan when it first came out. I was like, oh, what? They're bringing back Darth Maul? But he died. You know, I was very not great about new ideas. And then I kind of got over that and kind of got over myself, really. And really enjoyed the later season of the Clone Wars. And now I've come back to it after so many years. And I've been watching certain episodes to get ideas for certain... to create content for my own lore videos. What's happening here? Why can't I use that? Alright, there we go. Yeah, so gradually I've started liking the Clone Wars more and more. It's kind of after the 3rd season or the 4th season where I started to really like it, enjoy it. And of course there's still a few dud episodes with like the ones with the droids I'm not a big fan of. But you know, there's some good ones, there's some really good hits, and there's some really bad misses as well. But with the new season, I've loved every moment. There's not been one low moment yet. I've not seen the recent episode with Ahsoka yet. I'll probably watch that after the stream or when Disney Plus actually comes out in the UK on Tuesday. I have to watch them elsewhere. I won't go into detail about that for legal reasons. But yeah, I'm aware of what happens in those episodes. But with the High Republic, I'm interested in new ideas. Right, let's give my character a name. We'll just go for... I had a name earlier. Let's go for a random one. I'm not too bothered, really. Wedge Gerald. I'll answer your question about the High Republic in a second. Bail Jassar. Joran Drow. I'm trying to think. If you have a name, I might go for it. But I did have a name earlier, and if I can remember it, I'll definitely do it. Oh, I know what name I will go for. It's one of the names I use for D&D, and that will be Malakorin. Which I know sounds a lot like Malachor. But I'm not going to name him Arthur. That's not going to happen. This is a character normally... This is the name I normally use for my D&D characters or one of the characters used in MMOs and whatnot. Along with others, I want to use a specific name for Knights of the Republic 2 and eventually get there. But I'll just stick with Malakorin, even though it does sound very similar to Malachor 5. But to answer your question about High Republic, I'm interested in new ideas. It looks very Tales of the Jedi with Exar Kun, and even going back further with... Sorry, it looks very Tales of the Jedi, Tales of the Sith, like with its aesthetic. The fact that it's 300 years... Is it 300 years before the events of the movies is interesting. It means it kind of... makes everything of Knights of the Republic invalid, but that was the case when it was made into Legends. So in one stance, I'm a bit like, oh, okay, we won't see any more stuff from Knights of the Republic into lore, but we might see some of it get molded into the High Republic. But I'm also, on the other end of it, I'm very interested to see what brand new ideas we can have in Star Wars, because now that these Star Wars movies have finished, we should be more creative. I want to see new stuff. And so I'm optimistic about it. My mind may change when the books come out, or they might solidify it. We'll find out. But yeah, I'm 50-50 on it, because we don't know what it's about, but I'm intrigued.
We've been ambushed by a Sith battle fleet. The Endar Spire is under attack. Hurry up, we don't have much time.
Who are you? I won't do that voice. I don't know what voice to do, really. Just stick to my normal one.
We work opposite shifts. I guess that's why you
200 years before the events of Phantom Menace. That's good to know.
We have to make sure she makes it off the ship alive.
Bastila? Who's Bastila?
Bastila is the commanding officer on the Endar Spire. Well, not an officer, really. But she's the one in charge of this mission. One of our primary duties is to guarantee her survival in the event of an enemy attack. You swore an oath just like everyone else on this mission. Now it's time to make good on that oath. I heard what everyone's saying about you. You've explored the farthest reaches of the galaxy. You've visited planets I've never even heard of. People with your skills and abilities are hard to find. It's no wonder the Republic recruited you for this mission. But now's the time to prove yourself. I know you're a scout and not a soldier.
Don't know about proving myself.
All troops at her side during this attack.
Well, to be honest, you've caught me with my trousers down. So oath or no oath, I'm heading to the escape pod.
Don't be stupid. You won't stand a chance against the Sith by yourself. We gotta stick together if you want to make it out of this alive. So hurry up and grab your gear. You need to suit up so we can get out of here.
Okay, let's do that. So Tras Ogo is from Alderaan, as we find out. Is it in this game? It might be in the second one. I know you find out a lot more about him in SWIH, because one of the quests for the smugglers is to get Darth Pandon's head, which we'll probably do one day. But yeah.
Come on, we have to hurry.
Okay.
The Sith might already be boarding the ship to try and capture Bastila. Put your equipment on so we can get out of here.
Okay, I'm getting to it. Give me a moment. Crikey. Yes, he is. Well, the name is canon. And that's the distinction about it. Well, see, not even his name is canon. Or their name, I should really say, because it's not clear if he or she or they are male, female, or even human. But it's not clear that Revan ever existed. Yes, they're old names of Dark Lords, Sith Lords, and whatnot, but sometimes troops, battalions get named over, just get random names, which are just, I don't know, it's a weird ground because it comes from a source book, which it comes from Pablo Hidalgo himself, but you know, it's just extra stuff to go along with the, not with the movie, but just to enticing you, just a bit of world building, but it doesn't always matter, and that's really hard for someone like me to say, considering that my entire YouTube career is based on those tidbits of laws from those books. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter because they can easily retcon it going, there's no Revan, never existed. It doesn't matter. And you know what, that's fine. It's just a little bit of things to throw to the fans, or to people who know. Okay, how do I use you to unlock the door? That's a very gamey question.
Control the leader of the party. You can switch who is the party leader by left-clicking on their portrait in the lower left corner of the screen.
What the fuck are you talking about, Trask? Ah, Captain George, hello there. Welcome to the stream. It's nice to see you.
Left-click my portrait now.
How are you doing?
The party leader. Then use me to open the door.
All right, let's get this. We know Anything that gamifies, I'm just going to skip because it just sounds weird and odd.
Now that the door's open, you better take the lead again.
Okay, let's do that. Let's just stick
This
on
is
that.
Carthonasi. The Sith are threatening to overrun our position. We can't hold out long against their firepower. All hands to the bridge.
That was Karth contacting us on our portable communicators.
I love how
He's seen more combat
the
than
voice
rest of the
actor
Empire Spires
who
put
plays
together.
Carthonasi
He says
is in,
things
like,
that, you better believe it. We have to
most
get
of
to
the
bridge to
BioWare
help defend Bastila. There's a
video
map of the
games.
Endar Spire and a copy of Karth's message in your electronic journal, just in case we get separated.
Let's move out. I remember hearing his voice in the first Mass Effect game, and it was just so... just took me out of the entire game. I was like, oh, wait a minute. Something's not right here. How did this happen? I was smarter than this. Do I have... no, I got rid of my security, didn't I? Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Let's use you, I suppose. It's good to see that you're doing fine. How's it going in America? We keep hearing things about Trump from this side of the pond, but not much else. We actually don't know how well your country is holding with the whole COVID. We just know that Trump's being a racist, which is every day. But we'll get away from all that for this stream. We're gonna get far away from COVID-19 from the stream as far as possible. Just cheer ourselves up a bit by playing some Star Wars. Right, let's go for the closest. We will use our critical attacks. Let's get rid of that. Right, disengage. 1, go. Yes, this is the Hamhead class, not the one in Rogue One. The Hamhead class in Rogue One is based on this ship. Aesthetically, this ship is classed as a battle cruiser, I think, whereas the Hammerhead ship in Rogue One and in Star Wars Rebels is just a corvette or a cruiser. So one of those classes, I can't remember, but it's a lot more smaller than this ship. I don't know the exact dimensions between the two ships because I don't have a script in front of me or my own video, but this ship is a lot longer. It's F5 and save the game. Yes, I'm pretty sure it is a corvette in the new canon. Oh no, I'm not brave enough for politics. God, I've not watched the prequels in a while. I need to watch them again. So memey. Come on. Other than that, the worst has not happened yet. Yes, ... Although it's hard to get food at the stores. Same here in the UK, but it's just panic buying. Our stores are more than capable of delivering food, but they do this... I've got a theory about what the food stores are doing. Bearing in mind, I've never worked in a food shop, so take everything I say with a pinch of salt, and I hate spreading rumours, but this is my theory, just to keep people at ease, really. Shops aren't low on food, they're just... because, at least in the UK, the shops are under not new regulations, but they're talking to each other, and they are putting their food they're keeping their food in the warehouse, and every day at midnight they restock their front, and for lack of a better word, it gives the illusion that there is a food shortage when there isn't, but they're not trying to do that. What they're trying to do is stop people from panic buying, to stop people from going in the shop, buying 5 packets of 9 toilet paper, coming out, putting a fake moustache on and a disguise, and going back in and getting more out. That's what they're trying to stop, really. So if they only... let's say we're going to lower the numbers. Let's say normally a shop would have 20 loo rolls a day. And of course, they'll keep stocking it up every so often. Every 3 hours, they'll add 2 more on. So when it drops a bit to 18, they put 2 more on. But when this hit, they have to keep stocking up the shelves. They've got to make our shelves look full all the time. That's just how they do it. But now they're not doing that illusion where they're making it look like their shelves are completely stocked all the time. The illusion is broken because their margin of when their restocking time is longer than it used to be. That's the only difference. It sounds like I'm probably repeating myself like a broken record. That's because I have the game blaring in my ears and I'm doing this live. If I had a script, I would take my time to say this properly. And of course, I'm not at all qualified to answer these questions. If you want proper answers, you need to go on, at least in the UK, the NHS site, .gov, and whatever your American equivalent or your European equivalent is. But my theory is that they're only... It's just the margins, the hours between restocking is longer than it used to be, and that's the only difference. But if people keep stockpiling, it doesn't help. It doesn't help at all. Now after that rambling, I need to give myself a health pack. It's not as good, but not as bad as Italy. Sorry. Yeah, Italy's got it rough, haven't they? Yeah, they got the highest death toll at the moment, which is a bit grim. Unfortunately, see, this is what worries me in the UK, is that China and Italy lock down their cities and their country a lot sooner than the UK has. I think we're about 2 or 3 days further than they are now during lockdown period. So I think they locked down on day 12 and day 15, whereas we are now on day 18 or 19, which, unlike a normal flu, it spreads 2 people by 2 people each time, and we've had more time for that to incubate over the last 14, 19 days, and so it's a scary time. That's okay, good man. We'll see you later. Enjoy the rest of your night or your day, or if you go to bed, sleep well. We'll be streaming again on Tuesday because I'm on lower hours, and we will be streaming on Tuesday there. Right, let's get away. Yes, Captain Jaws, or to prevent them from going into buying stuff just so they can jack up the prices on Amazon or eBay. Yes, that is completely true. That is just, I mean, as a sleazy businessman, that's a fantastic move to do. But absolutely scummy at the same time.
It's a dark Jedi.
Just taking advantage of those who really need it, because it's the vulnerable who need it the most, who can't get there as quick as other people, who can't get there first thing, you know, and they're the ones who are most vulnerable. Here in the UK, we're not letting anyone over 70, but we are advising anyone over 70 to not be outside. And yeah, man, it's just really sad. There are good things happening, like people are volunteering, going house to house, buying them food for free and dropping out their door, which is great. Right, we're going to end the conversation about COVID-19 there. No more. Alright, we're just going to continue with this stream as normal. Otherwise, because yeah, no one wants to watch a stream and be completely depressed by it. Right, let's move on. And it's getting into the world of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Yeah, Reese, you're completely right. We keep talking, the ship will be destroyed in no time. And they've probably captured Bastard by now, while we've been talking about COVID-19.
Bastille is not here on the bridge. They
Yeah.
must have retreated to the escape
That's
pod.
my fault.
We better head that way too. The Sith want Bastila alive, but once she's off the ship, there's nothing stopping them from blasting the Endar Spire into galactic dust.
Yes. Oh, I think I've actually I can't move my character. Oh no, my character's actually this is a problem. Oh no, there we go. So there's a weird bug in this game that your character will freeze and cannot move, which normally happens after combat. So we might have to backpedal on a might have to rewind sometimes on a playthrough. But as long as you keep reminding me to save the game, then we won't have a problem there. Oh yeah, definitely. Even with Star Wars lore, I won't be able to get everything right live, especially live, because it's easy to be factually correct when you're reading from a script. You can pause the video and find out for yourself, because quite often, even after editing an audio, I go, is that correct? Let's check for the 100th time. Okay, yeah, let's level up. Ooh, the music stops. That's ominous. We'll save the game though. Save as Stream 01. Okay. Yeah, we need to level up, don't we? God, playing video games live is is very different. Right. Let's get our persuade. Oh, we've already got that up. Let's put our demolitions up for 2, and that will be the only time we put that up. I want to put treat injury up. Okay. Feats. I want to go for double-bladed lightsaber, but before we do that, before we get anything, we need to really get sword proficiency as a +1 to attack bonuses with melee weapons. Do I want that? I'm actually looking for something else. Remove feat. Characters that focus on using single one-handed weapons in battle gain a +1 to attack. Well, we are going to go double-bladed eventually, so I'm going to go for this. And it is eventually, once we get to the third thing of this, I forget what it's called, a dual ability, we will be able to have the same amount of hit percentage as the normal one-handed. So you can read it here. Look, so the feat reduce the attack penalty for characters using double-bladed weapons or 2 weapons, 1 in each hand, by 2x2 for a total of -2 main hand / -2 offhand. Use of a balanced weapon in the offhand can further reduce the attack penalty by 2-0 in the final total of 0-2, neglecting it almost entirely. So that's something we really want to do, and of course we do twice the damage as well. But when we get our force ability where we can do 4 attack moves in one move, it's brutal. And it's beautiful. It's like when the Death Star blows up Jeddah and you're watching it from the control room. So anyway, we actually do want to get this. And we shall accept. Close and F5 to save. Get a droid to pilot the ship and crash it into the Sith cruiser. But that's a 1 in a million chance. There's no way we can pull off that maneuver again.
Something behind here.
What could it be?
Damn,
Trask.
another Dark Jedi. I'll try
What
to
is
hold
it
them
with
off. You get to the
Sith
escape pod.
apprentices
Go.
being bold? The stress just makes them lose all their hair. Alright, let's see if there's anything to loot around here. No.
This is Carth Onasi on your personal communicator.
Oh, I'm really
tracking
thirsty.
your position through the Endar Spire's life support systems. Bastila's escape pod is away.
Whatever I
Last
do,
surviving crew from the Endar
don't
Spire.
spill
So I
the
can't
drink.
wait for you much longer. You have to get to the escape pods.
Okay, my hands are full, I can't move. I've got a drink in one hand And a cigarette in the other. I don't. I don't smoke. Right. Okay, sorry about the void in stream there for a second. Alright. I'm just going to save there because sometimes you can freeze here. Let's keep our grenades and do a critical strike. Yes, bring me more memes. So, the Rise of Skywalker released on digital download on a few platforms. I don't know if it's released here in the UK. I've not really looked. I just know it's out, but there's been no advertisement for it, and I don't know. Like, that can't have been deliberate. That must have been a mistake. But now with everything going around, I wonder. Well, it's not. I wonder because Disney Plus comes out this Tuesday for us in the UK, and I wonder if that movie will come onto that, because that would be a big selling point for people who haven't seen that movie yet, or of course really like the movie, and those who don't, because people love hating Star Wars.
Or you could use computer spikes to slice into the terminal and use the Endar Spire's security systems against.
But yeah, Episode 9 is very much a meme. I mean, one of the first thing Emperor Palpatine says in that movie is a meme from. Oh no, it looks like a throw. Oh, that. Oh, there we go. We've moved. I think he says something on the lines of. The dark side is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural. It's like, I gotta tell you about my views on Rise of Skywalker quickly, and that is, I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was really funny, but probably for all the wrong reasons. I really enjoyed the movie. But I wouldn't say it's a good movie. And I think it does a lot of things wrong. But I'm okay with it because at the end of the day, it's a movie. And, you know, if you're if you're under the mind that, oh, it's ruined Star Wars, then you still have the option not to watch it. You can watch episodes 4, 5 and 6 and just watch them, and that can be your Star Wars, and you can enjoy that, because that was my stance for a while, because I wasn't big on the prequels to begin with, but then it kind of grew on me. I think culturally the prequel trilogy grew on a lot of people, and in time
we can hide out on the planet below.
We will learn to call the sequel trilogy master. How do I know I can trust you?
I'm a soldier with the Republic, like you. We're the last 2 crew members left of the Endar Spire.
Really? You're not going to check for more?
So there's no reason for us to stick around here and get shot by the Sith. Now, come on. There'll be time for questions later.
Alright, well, I suppose we better go. This is the last escape pod, and your only hope of survival. Use the escape pod. Step away from the escape pod. I bet everyone who's ever done a playthrough of this game has made the joke of stepping away. And I'm not one of them. Oh, I should mention that there's no movies. It crashes the game, so I've taken them out. Also, it crashes the stream as well, so it's going to be a bit weird. We just have a vision of Bastila fighting on Revan's flagship. But why would we dream of that? We're just a normal scout exploring the galaxy.
Good to see you up instead of thrashing about in your sleep. You must have been having one hell of a nightmare. I was wondering if you were ever going to wake up. I'm Karth.
What do you mean by stealthy drop on? Oh, do you mean memes? Yeah. I had a strange dream, like a vision or something. Why is the number lock working? There we
I'm
go.
not surprised. You took a serious blow to the head. You're probably having all kinds of strange dreams. I wouldn't worry too much about it.
I was dreaming about you,
Just this for a couple of days now, so I imagine
and you were wearing nothing. Nothing at all.
We're safe. At least for the moment. We're in an abandoned apartment on the planet of Terrace. We were banged up pretty bad when our escape pod crashed, but luckily I wasn't seriously hurt. I was able
That's
to drag
always
you away
nice to
from the
know.
crash site and all the confusion, and I stumbled into this abandoned apartment. By the time the Sith arrived at the scene, we were long gone.
That's always good to know. The Sith?
You don't have to thank me.
Oh, I didn't press
Never
that one.
abandon anyone on a
I pressed
mission,
thank you,
I'm not about
Garth.
to start now.
I owe you my life.
Besides, I'm gonna need your help. Terrace is under Sith
Mistakes
control.
were made.
Their fleet is orbiting the planet. They've declared martial law and they've imposed a planet-wide quarantine. But I've been in worse spots. I saw on your service records that you understand a remarkable number of alien languages.
I do.
That's pretty rare in a raw recruit.
Oh,
But it
what
should
can I
come
say?
handy while we're stranded on a foreign world. There is no way the Republic will be able to get anyone through the Sith blockade to help us. If we're gonna find Bastila and get off this planet, we can't rely on anybody but ourselves.
Why is it so important to find Bastila?
That smack to your head did more damage than I thought. Bastila's a Jedi. She was with the strike team that killed Darth Revan, Malak's Sith master. Bastila's the key to the whole Republic war effort. The Sith must have found out that she was on the Endar Spire and set an ambush for us in this system. I believe Bastila was on one of the escape pods that crashed down here in Terrace. For the sake of the Republic war effort, we have to try and find her.
How can one person, even a Jedi, be so important?
Bastila is no ordinary Jedi. She has a rare gift the Jedi call battle meditation. Bastila's power can influence entire armies. Through the Force, Bastila can inspire her allies with confidence and make her enemies lose their will to fight. Often that's all it takes to tip the balance in a battle. Of course, there are limits to what she can do.
So that
What I
ability,
understand of her
the
ability requires
Force
great
battle
concentration,
meditation,
focus,
in
great battle
Legends,
meditation.
it
The attack on
is.
the Endar Spire
I might be
so
wrong on
fast,
this,
she never had
so
a chance to
maybe
use her
watch
battle meditation.
Eckhart's Ladder
Plus,
or
she barely got out of line.
Styles Explained, who probably understand a little bit better than I would. But I'm pretty sure the Emperor uses the battle meditation during the Endor Spire, during the Battle of Endor. So how do you even know that Bastila is still alive?
I don't, but Bastila's young, and she has a powerful command of the Force. We survived the crash landing, so I'm willing to bet that she may have too. Besides, what's the alternative? I mean, if she's dead, then no one can stop Malak and his Sith from wiping out the Republic, and I'd rather operate
That's a
on the
bit
assumption that she survived.
Pessimistic. If Bastila's a Jedi, she can probably look after herself.
Bastila's gonna need our help. Many of Darth Malak's followers have mastered the dark side of the Force, and the Sith have already killed more than their share of Jedi in this war. I doubt anyone's specifically looking for us anymore. We're not that important. But if we're careful, we can move about the planet without attracting notice, a luxury Bastila won't have. She's gonna have half the Sith fleet looking for her. They know how vital she is to the war effort. And Bastila's no ordinary Jedi. She has a rare gift the Jedi call battle meditation. Bastila's power can influence entire armies.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, now that you said that, I think I do remember watching that video where he was talking about that. Oh, that's a big number. So, Captain George, I don't know if that figure is correct, but that is a big number if that is the case. 2,011,300 people for both of the planets, give or take, for Jeddah and Alderaan. I think I must have missed that chat part there. Battle meditation? What? No, we know that is. He's just said. If Bastila is so great, how come the Sith managed to blow up the Endor Spire?
Through the Force, Bastila can inspire.
Go on, weasel yourself out of this one, Carth.
Lose their will to fight, and often that's all it takes to tip the balance in a battle. But there are limits to what she can do. From what I understand of her ability, it requires great concentration and focus to maintain her battle meditation. The attack on the Endar Spire happened so fast, she probably never even had a chance to use her power. I'm guessing she barely got out alive, and now she's trapped here just as we are. The whole planet is under quarantine. No ships can land or take off. So, if Bastila's gonna escape Terrace, she's gonna need our help, and we'll probably need hers.
Any idea of where we should start looking for Bastila?
While you were out, I did some scouting around. There are reports of a couple of escape pods crashing down into the Undercity. It's probably a good place to start. But the Undercity's a dangerous place. We don't want to go there unprepared, and it won't do Bastila any good if we go and get ourselves killed.
I want to ask you some
I'll
questions.
tell you whatever I can, though I don't know how much help it'll be.
What do you know about Malik and the Sith?
Everything I know about Malik is pretty much common knowledge. He is
Oh, wow.
trapped and killed Darth Revan, his
Missed a couple of zeros
With
there.
Revan's death,
Oh,
Malik
what
became
even
the
number
Darth
is that?
It's obvious that Malik's a ruthless tyrant who'll crush anyone who stands in his way.
2,000
Experience has shown
and
that the
11
Sith
million
won't stop until the Republic lies in ruins. Malik
300,000.
don't respect
That's a
anything
lot
except raw, brutal power. It's
of
hard to
people.
imagine how someone who used to be a Jedi could become such a monster.
That'd be billion, sorry. That wouldn't be a million, that's a billion. 2 billion, 11 million, and 300,000. A Jedi? What do you mean? I completely was not listening to everything you just said there, Carf, about...
Malik and Revan were once both part of the Jedi Order, but they were young and headstrong.
But we have
Against
no
the wishes of the
idea
Council, they went to battle the
who
Mandalorians
Revan
on
is,
the Outer Rim.
if he's male or female,
Something
what
corrupted them
species
and
he
moved them over
is.
to the
They
dark
are, I mean they.
side. Or maybe there was something rotten inside them all along.
Who knows?
I don't know. They formed an army
Could
of
even look a lot like you.
soldiers and Jedi who'd fall into the dark
Me?
side, with Revan at their head, until Revan was killed by Bastila's Jedi strike team. But even that didn't slow the Sith down. Malik just stepped in and assumed Revan's role. He took control of the Sith Armada and resumed the bloody conquest of the Outer Worlds.
I want to ask you something
I'll
else.
tell you whatever I can, though I don't know how much help it'll be.
You've been a great help so far. What can you tell me about this planet we're on?
Taurus was once a magnificent planet-wide metropolis of towering skyscrapers, but that was a long time ago. The upper city where the rich citizens live is still pretty safe. If it wasn't for the Sith occupation and the planet-wide quarantine, it might not even be a bad place to live. But farther down, things have degenerated. The lower city is nothing but a slum overrun by swoop bike gangs, waging a never-ending war for control. And the undercity is... well, it's even worse. The lowest level of Terrace is a wasteland overrun by rat ghouls, mindless, diseased mutants that attack on sight. I've already entered all this info into your datapad journal.
That's That's very good of you. I'd like to know more about you, Carf.
I understand why you want to know more about me. I kind of get the feeling we'll be spending a lot of time together over the next while. But this isn't really the best time for long introductions. We should stay focused on the task at hand. There'll be a time for that later.
Okay. The sooner we start looking for Bastila, the sooner we can find her. Let's go.
Good idea. We can use this abandoned apartment as a base. We can probably get some equipment and supplies here in the upper city. Just remember to keep a low profile. I've heard some grim stories about the Dark Jedi interrogation techniques. They say the Force can do terrible things to a mind. It can wipe away your memories and destroy your very identity. But I figure if we don't do anything stupid...
You know what, in
we'll be okay.
hindsight,
After
listening
all,
to
we're looking for
all
Bastila
the
and a couple of grunts like us.
mentions of
All right, soldier. Let's
the
move out.
plot twist in this game is very like in your face if you've played this game previously, but if you haven't, you kind of just passes you by. Right, anyway, this is our flat. Welcome to my... This is not a very good flat, is it? This is more of a studio than anything else. Where's even the toilet? That's the thing about the Star Wars universe. There's nowhere to pee. They must all use vasectomy bags. Vasectomy bags? That's not the one. That's not the one word I wanted to use. What are they called? The bags which they attach to your body when your digestive system is not fantastic. Why can't the Republic just send a dreadnought to save you guys? 2 dreadnoughts, some hammerheads, and some frigates. Well, mainly because I understand they want Bastila. This is a populated city. You don't really want to start a battle above all these skyscrapers and worlds. And also, the Republic at this time, their resources are stretched very thin. Also, just to save 2-3 people is not really, bureaucracy-wise, it's not the best thing to do, bureaucracy-wise or democratically. You don't really want to be taking a war wherever you go. Also, they might not know that Bastila, Karth and I are missing to begin with. Okay. Good night, Resems. Yeah, maybe they have to go to like a communion toilet or a public toilet, which would be out here somewhere. Alright, let's add you, and let's go.
Right, you aliens.
Like,
Everybody get up against the wall. This is a raid.
back at the beginning of the 19th century, 20th century, early 1900s and late 1800s, where the first flushable toilets came around, only had one per street. A bit like that. I mean, we are 3,000 years in the past, so it's feasible.
Humans hiding out with aliens. They're Republic fugitives. Attack!
Wait, you can't just say that. I mean, it could be Sith. Maybe we just like hanging around with aliens. But I suppose that is a very Republic thing to do. That was a Dure. Oh, I mean, you attacked me out. It wasn't really helping you. Well, we can pray, but now that we've killed 3 people, now that a Sith officer has gone missing, won't someone come searching for this patrol? Well, fingers crossed. Right, we have leveled up, so let's see what we can do there. Skills, right, so let's go for... Let's increase our... what does awareness actually do? Awareness governs the ability of a character to spot objects or enemies hidden by stealth. If a successful check of the skill is made against the stealth skill or any of the enemy, the DC of a mine, the enemy or object is noticed and becomes visible. Awareness is always active. You are passively aware, as one might say. I kind of want to increase my computer use, really, and my repair. Let's keep that up to... well, don't... yes, put our repair all the way up. And our treat injury. Feats, alright. Not too bothered about... because we're going to be using the Force eventually, so don't really need heavy armor. What we do want, though, however, is... not that at the moment, but we do want to have a lot less abilities. Knights of the Old Republic 1. This feat gives you a 1+ skill point to persuade, awareness, and treat injury. Not bothered about that at this moment. A 1 to saving throws, reflecting the character's excellent physical condition. Or do we use... This is very good to get once we get to here, because then we can have a passive ability which will improve our modifiers, which can be for regenerating health, action points, force points, or increased damage, really. Let's avoid everything involving weapons. That will not be what we're doing. Let's start going for this. Might as well. And close. And save that there. Alright, let's move forward. What is in actually, Carth, you have a security check, don't you?
On it. It's open.
Dara.
Sure.
Dire, even. Let's see what's going on here.
Who are you? What are you doing in here? You can't just come barging into someone's home.
I'm sorry, I'm just investigating the area.
That's no excuse. You can't just go around barging into people's apartments because you're curious. But at least you're more polite than that pig Holden.
Holden? Who's that?
It's just one of Darvik's men who can't keep his hands to himself. But all he got for his trouble was a nasty scar from my vibroblade. Too bad I'm the one still paying the price.
What do you mean?
I don't want to talk about it. I'm in enough trouble already. Besides, I don't know if I can trust you.
You can trust me. Maybe I can help.
No, I don't think so. I can't afford to trust anybody right now. Please, just leave me alone.
Tell me what's going on, I'll end all your problems. Permanently. Oh, crikey. These dark side choices are very much a hilt turn. We're going dark side. Let's do it.
Okay, I'll tell you. Just try and stay calm. The last thing I need is trouble with you and Holden. Holden's a spiteful little hut slug. He went and put out a bounty on my head for what I did. That's why I'm hiding out here.
What? You put a back. Alright, he's a bit scummy, isn't he? See, I'm gonna have a problem playing this because I've never gone dark side in this game, so doing everything which it just feels a bit odd. I think I'll collect that bounty on your head.
Wait, think about what you're doing. If that pig had just kept his hands to himself, I wouldn't have had
I
to give
know,
him that scar
I
with my
know,
vibroblade.
but I also
He gets
love
drunk
money.
And tries to force himself on me, and I get a
Ooh,
bounty put
yeah.
on my head for defending myself. Where's the justice in that? Holden's the one to blame, not me.
I don't care about justice. I just want the credits. Whoa, I'm not getting involved in this. This is your concern, not mine. Is there anything I can do to help?
I doubt it. Holden is one of Darvik's men. When you work for the local crime lord, the authorities tend to turn a blind eye. I'm afraid this is between me and Holden now.
Maybe I can speak to Holden for you.
Could try, I guess. He usually hangs out at the cantina in the lower city. It probably won't
Maybe
do any good.
I can up
Holden's
the
used to it
price.
in his own way.
If I've
That's
learned
what the
anything,
Fringe
if you're good at
benefits
something,
being good
don't do it for
Darvik.
free.
Working for the local crime lord lets you get away with things. Still, I appreciate the offer.
Okay, I'll be going now.
Goodbye and good luck. I hope you can talk some sense into Holden.
I'm gonna let him know exactly. Oh, maybe I shouldn't let him know exactly where you are. Yeah, that's a bit sleazy, isn't it? More than a bit sleazy. Bit disgusting. So this character talks about, pleased to meet you, Lirim. My name is Malakor, and it's not really none of my business, but you look like someone who might need to purchase one of those new energy shields. They're the latest thing, you know, very high tech. What's so great about these energy shields? When you use one, it surrounds you like a radiant aura practical mesh that absorbs blaster bolts. Pretty handy in a fight. This shield even protects against lightsabers. Or, so you hear. How very Ferengi of you. Yeah. The shields aren't perfect, of course. They can only absorb so much energy damage before they burn out. An Iron Blast will take your basic dueling shield down pretty quickly.
And I can tell you from experience that they aren't any good at all against a simple vibroblade. That's why the Republic has been training soldiers in hand-to-hand and melee combat.
That makes sense. See, it's a game mechanic. It's a game mechanic which they've made it work lore-wise, and I love that. Because, yeah, it'd be boring if you just used pistols all the time, and the whole D20 lack of the dice thing makes a lot more sense now with this lore reason that blasters don't work so good anymore because of these shields. It's a bit like a bit Warhammer 40k-ish, like where you have they can't use weapons anymore, so they have to use these big off massive weapons and to slash people. Where did this technology come from? I heard rumors of the Inchani using shields like this, but I've never saw anything like them around here. Not until the Sith came. Where they discovered the technology is anyone's guess. The shields are too rare and too expensive to hand out to an entire army, but a shielded strike team can take out a whole battalion of soldiers armed with conventional blasters. It gave the Sith a huge edge in the early battles, but it wasn't long before the Republic were able to copy the technology and come up with energy shields of their own. This is actually an interesting lore topic I might cover, actually. Maybe, eventually. Now, both sides are scrambling to come up with new weapons to slice through the shields, but until they do, you're going to see melee combat coming back in the forefront in this war. Anything else? Not much to say, really, except I've managed to get my hands on a few of those shields. It isn't cheap, but if it could mean the difference between life and death. You want to see what I have in stock? I know my kiosk isn't much to look at, but my prices are reasonable, and the merchandise is sound. Why do you have a kiosk set up here? I run a little shop here in the old building, selling basic equipment to the illegal aliens renting out these apartments. You mentioned something about illegal aliens living here? By law, most aliens aren't allowed to have a residence in the upper city of Taris. They allow a few of us Twi'leks up here, but for the most part it's humans only. No self-respecting upper city human would want to live in the apartments in this dump. So the landlord has been renting out the apartment illegally to aliens. Better than letting them sit empty, I guess. Otherwise you get squatters and people hiding out from the authorities living in the abandoned apartments. And they don't pay rent. Aren't you worried about getting caught? The Taris authorities pretty much turned a blind eye to this place. A few illegal aliens just weren't worth the bother. Once the Sith took over, they felt the same way. Besides, I don't live here myself. I just run a small business, providing supplies to the residents. You want to see what I have in stock? Let me see what you got. No problem. Just step out and have a peek. Okay, I can't be doing aliens anymore. That is too much to say in a small amount. I just wanted to talk about the shields in this game and how, lore-wise, how they make sense as well. I'm not going to buy anything here because it's not worth it. Let's see the swords. No, we can all get this later. It's just if you want a good early start, but I want to save my credits. Let's save the game. Let's see what's in apartment 1. Carl, for you do the honors.
On it. It's open.
What?
Oh well, okay, I'll do that. It is a bit mean just ransacking through apartments, but you don't get penalised for it. You know, if you're going for a light side playthrough, there's no dark side points or anything. Would have been an interesting thing, but it would mean if you're trying to get 100% Paragon, you won't be good. It hurts. The gameplay would hurt really because you wouldn't be able to get as much equipment. But then again, that would be an interesting way to implement the RPGness to more of an RPGness to the game. It's an interesting balance you kind of need. I know later on Tatooine they implement the whole don't ransack our little village or you
What?
you'll be in big trouble. Okay, got the goods now. Let's get out of here. But Janet. That's just a sneeze, not a cough. I'm fine, guys.
Hey there, watch where you're walking. I just cleaned those floors.
You didn't clean these floors. The droids did. Who are
My
you?
name's Kadir. I'm the janitor for this building. You must be the new tenant here, right?
Exactly.
They
Profits
let
do
that
trump
abandoned
emotions.
apartment. You look like an off-worlder. What happened? You get stuck here because of the quarantine?
Don't. Yeah.
Any other reason someone would want to rent that old apartment?
I want to ask you some
Don't
questions.
know how much I can tell you, but seeing as how you're new here, I guess I can try and help you out.
Tell me about Taurus.
Decent enough place to live, I guess, except for the lower levels. That's where the swoop gangs hang out.
I don't think I've
Stay
ever
up
spoken to
city,
this
you'll be
person.
fine. You also might want to check out the cantina. I used to go there when I was younger. A good place to get a drink and find out what's going on in the upper city.
Oh, it'd probably be better to ask the people there than
Just
yourself.
keep following the apartment complex ring until you come to the elevator. It'll take you out to the upper streets there. And from there, just head south a ways. You can't miss it.
Okay, I'm gonna go there. See ya.
I should get back to work anyway. I'll probably see you around. I'm here most of the time. The building doesn't clean itself, you know.
Yes, it does. The droids do it. You're just walking around, supervising in quotation marks. Anyway, let's get out of this apartment. Gonna F5 the game because I am super anxious that it's gonna crash. There, I'm lost. All right, here's the elevator to the upper city. Yeah, you could get it through the internet. You know, you hear all these things about viruses through the internet infecting your computer. Just can't take that risk, man. Just can't take that risk. You know what? I don't know if you guys can hear it, but the music to this game is lovely. I know it loops every 1 minute and a half. But it's pretty. I always find the upper city very tranquil. The salvage droids are busy scanning and scavenging the remaining of the Republic escape pod. Well, that has nothing to do about us, calves, and it's just keep moving. We've been told to go to the cantina, which I believe is this way. Something seems to be bothering Carve. Maybe you should speak to him and see what he can get. Yeah, let's find out, shall we? See ya.
Yes, what's in your mind?
I'd like to know more about you.
Me? Well, I've been a star pilot for the Republic for years. Seen more than my share.
Good evening, Gospel 700. I don't think I've seen
I've never experienced anything like this
you before. Welcome to the live stream. I hope you're having a good time.
My homeworld was one of the first planets to fall to Malix.
Just a little bit of entertainment while everyone's at home and not allowed outside. You're talking like it's your fault, like you failed somehow.
It shouldn't be my fault. I did everything I could. I followed my orders and did my duty. That shouldn't mean I failed them. I didn't.
Them? Do you mean the people of your homeworld?
Yeah, no, that's not what I mean. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not making much sense, am I? You probably mean well with
No,
your
not really.
questions. I'm just not accustomed to talking about my past very much. At all, actually. I'm more used to taking action. Keeping
Okay.
my mind focused on the business at hand. So let's just do that. If you have more questions, ask them later.
Okay. Let's go into the shop. I don't remember what's in here. I think it's weapons and supplies. I was thinking it was the droid shop.
I haven't seen you in my shop before. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Kebla Yurt. Welcome to the Equipment Emporium. You looking to buy some supplies? My shop's the largest one in all of Upper Terrace. Best selection on the planet. Whatever you need, I've got. Well, mostly.
Mostly? What do you mean by that?
The Sith confiscated all my heavy weapons, and they impounded all my ships and swoop bikes. But I've still got a real nice selection, if you're interested.
I'm not really that bothered. I'd like to ask some
Anything
questions.
I can do to help a potential customer out. What do you want to know?
Do you know anything about the escape pod that crashed here on Taurus?
I heard a couple of pods crash down in the Undercity. I bet the crash sites have already been stripped clean by the Sith, though. Unless the swoop gangs or Davik's men got there first.
Swoop gangs? What can you tell me about them?
I don't have anything good to say about those swoop gangs. Zooming around on their swoop bikes, terrorizing the lower city like a bunch of animals. Things weren't so bad when the Hidden Vex were running the show. But ever since the rise of the Black Vulcar gang, the lower city has been nothing short of a war zone. The Sith haven't even bothered trying to maintain order down there. And I heard a rumor that Davik's own people are having problems with the Black Vulcars now.
Well, what do you know about Davik?
Oh, Davik's a legitimate businessman. If you get my drift. Smuggling, slaving, extortion. They say he's a member of the Exchange, you know, the big intergalactic criminal organization.
Well, I've heard of the Exchange. Bad organization to cross. But if anyone has blockade-breaking ships, however, it's them.
I have to pay him a protection fee every month, but it's reasonable. And I get most of my inventory through Davik and his suppliers. I'm just smart enough not to ask where it came from, you understand?
Is Davik working with the Sith?
Davik hates the Sith as much as anybody. The quarantine has put a real dent in his operations, too.
Quarantine?
But he's keeping a low profile.
That sounds familiar.
Davik stays out of the way, and the Sith don't bother him. The swoop gangs could learn a thing or two from this tidy little arrangement, instead of always going after each other.
I was wondering how you feel about the Sith.
It's not smart to say bad things about the people in power, if you get my meaning. I just wish the Sith would ease up on the quarantine, though. They're killing my business. I can't say I like having them here in Upper City, but it could be worse, and we're still a lot better off than the Lower City, what with those swoop gangs and all.
Swoop? Oh, we've already answered that question. I need some general information on Taurus.
Oh, you're one of those off-worlders, aren't you? Come to Taurus for a short business trip and end up stuck here because of the Sith quarantine, right? Oh, you can't be too happy. Trapped on an unfamiliar world and all. But Taurus isn't so bad, as long as you stay in the Upper City. Just try to avoid the Sith. And stay out of the Lower City. The swoop gangs are totally out of control. Even Davik's men are having trouble down there.
Alright, okay.
Good day to you then.
You've answered.
Remember to come back to my shop if you ever need any supplies.
Your supplies were information. And we have bartered well. So I'm curious to know, now that all 9, well, the entire Star Wars trilogy saga is out now.
I'm here on official Sith business.
Yes, Captain. Let's get away from reality and focus on the galaxy far, far away. Here's the world quarantine in the game. Yeah, funny thing is, I was actually writing an episode about the rat ghouls before COVID-19 got big and was becoming a real problem. And I recorded it and everything. It was ready to be edited visually, and then all this happened, and I thought, yeah, should I not release it? And I was like,
just love watching the Kazakh players.
Being poor taste, so I ended up just scrapping it. Save it for later in a year or so, hopefully. I mean, it's just, I don't mind losing one lore video. I can always write another one. It's not too much hardship. It's just the audio, which the time writing the script and the time doing the audio, there's no visuals for it, but hey ho.
What do you want? Have you come here just to bother me, or do you wish to test yourself against the best Pazak player on Taurus?
Yes, I do the same as well, about misreading my texts or messages or whatever, especially on the phone, because my phone just, I don't know if my thumbs just don't press the right buttons properly. Probably more that, or I just can't spell. A mix of all that together creates just a mess. Who are you?
My name is Niklos.
But
I'm the unofficial champion of the
I'm okay
Pazak
on the
circuit
keyboard,
here.
but on a phone,
If you don't mind losing your wager, we could play a few hands.
it's just terrible. Oh, I want to play Bazak, but I don't have a deck.
You don't even have your own deck? Then why are you bothering me? You can't play Pazak without your own deck.
Can I use your deck?
Pazak, go speak to old Garok on the other side of the tavern. His gambling days are over, and he's looking to sell his deck.
Okay. Let's go and buy a Pazak deck.
Hello there, youngster. You interested in buying the Pazak deck of an old man looking to get out of the gambling game? Just 50 credits and I'll sell you all my cards. I'll even throw in a free lesson to boot. It's a great deal, if you can afford it.
You're giving up gambling? Why? Very silly question to ask, and therefore I'll expect a stupid answer.
Don't get me wrong. The game's been good to me over the years. I've traveled the span of the galaxy, from the core worlds to the farthest reaches of the Outer Rim. I've won countless fortunes.
So the question I was going to ask before I started talking about quarantines and whatnot, what is, now that all Star Wars movies are out now, what is everyone's favourite episode, Star Wars episode?
And a free lesson.
In the main saga, Skywalker saga. Got there eventually. Sure, I'll buy your deck.
Glad to see you're interested in the grand old game. The rules are pretty simple. Here, I'll load them up into your data pad so you can check them out anytime you want. Good luck. I hope the game's as good to you as it was to me. Now, is there anything else I can do for you?
Yeah, you just want to write quickly, and you don't. Yeah, you want to get out what you're trying to say as quick as possible. I do a thing where I always write that, or the, instead of writing the word I wanted to write when I'm writing scripts, or if I'm just writing in general. Because, I don't know, sometimes my mind speaks faster than my hands, and before I know it, I've missed 3 words from a sentence. I'd like a Pazak lesson, please. Right, okay. We know how to play this game. It's all about reaching the number 20, I believe. Or 21, I don't remember. I should have probably read the instructions. There we go. Yes, so many errors after proofreading scripts. I'm with you there. I always write what I want to write in my head first, then I proofread it afterwards. Especially when the video is focused more on an emotional level, or not emotional level isn't the right word to use. More on a level where I'm talking about. When I'm being a little bit more creative and not doing facts, I'm doing opinions in the Imperial viewpoint, or when I'm, for example, there's one video when I'm talking about, I think it's one of the more recent ones, when I go a little bit more, what's the right word to use? Yeah, just when I'm not writing facts down, I'm just talking about, maybe I talk about some, sometimes you just get in the habit of writing something, and before you know it, you've written an entire paragraph, and you look back and go, oh, you've accidentally written the word twat. Somehow. Right, I didn't see, yes, 20, the number is 20. Star Wars Episode 3 is your favourite because of the music, memes, battles, and nostalgia. Yeah, Episode 3 has grown on me a lot. It's very opera-like. That was definitely my favorite of the prequels. I mean, for me, I'm gonna have to say either A New Hope or Empire Strikes Back, just because they were the movies I watched the most on VHS when they came out on VHS, and yeah, I just watched them a lot. And episode, yeah, episode 3 is really good. I've liked it a lot more in the more recent years, but I think I've always liked it. The Doctor, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Now, are you an NHS doctor or are you the Doctor? Player's hand. Right, we want to end turn. Now, we can get 20, so let's add 4. See, the person who goes second in Berserk always has the advantage because they can see what I've put down. And in Knights of the Republic 1, you always go first. This is a problem in the game which in Knights of the Republic 2 they make fun of. And Aton Rand talks about how the droid practically cheating because the droid makes the Aton go first all the time. And just proves just how broken Pazak is in this game. I'm only playing this here and maybe one more time and that'll be it. Right, end turn. It can be both, maybe. That is a good question. Is the Doctor medically trained from Doctor Who? Alright, let's end the tutorial. What? I didn't... Oh yeah, because we bought... Yes, a lot more people have definitely started liking the prequels a lot more recently, starting as far back as 2016. Yeah, I agree with you there. I think there's been a cultural shift with the generation of the prequel trilogy becoming older and viewing their opinions, but also people who grew up with the original trilogy are also seeing the prequel trilogy and being a lot more open to it, and I think that's fine because it's been around for 20 years now, and it's Star Wars. It's when someone defines Star Wars, they'll say Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, and then you've got the Clone Wars, which has gotten better and better after each season. And yeah, I quite like the aesthetic of the prequel trilogy. It's very Flash Gordon-y aspects, which is what George Lucas wanted to do with the original trilogy, especially with the Naboo fighters. Let's play.
I'm going to enjoy relieving you of your credits almost as much as
I want to go into it more about how the prequel love has become a lot more greater in recent years, and I'm not going to say it's because there's even the sequels are worse, which you can agree or disagree with that statement. I don't know where I lie on that. I think at the moment with the sequel trilogy, I like most of it. Like with the prequel trilogy, I like most of it, and I accept the bad things which happens in those trilogies and move on. Because there's a lot more other great things, you know, like we got Knights of the Republic, we've got The Mandalorian, we've got Clone Wars, we've got the High Republic coming soon, if that's good, or even if it's just mediocre, it's just more cool Star Wars things. Yeah, the Doctor probably did learn a few things around the time. I mean, it's been ages since I've watched Doctor Who. I stopped watching during the Matt Smith era, and by then he was 900 years old, 1,000 years old. I heard recently with the new Doctor that they are but that this isn't their 13th generation or 14th generation, that apparently that they've they were they're being from another dimension or something like that, and that that Gallifreyans used their ability of regeneration to let the Gallifreyans use it. And that's quite sick and twisted and could be an interesting story, but it completely ruins the whole no one kind of thing, because the Doctor, for the longest time, especially in New Who with Christopher Eccleston, Classic Who, David Tennant, Matt Smith, that he was just a random Gallifreyan Time Lord who didn't like how things were running, so he just left and did their own thing, and they were great because of the things they did, not because of not because of their destiny. And that is very similar with the whole Rey thing. It just spits in the face really of especially children growing up. Remember, you can be anything you want to be if you were born into a rich family, or a family with credence, or, you know, if you just have the right... I don't even want to say it. If you're just under the right circumstances, that's just not right at all. Everyone should have the chance, really. It stands. We've lost that. If I could define Star Wars with 4 things, it would be Revenge of the Sith, The Empire Strikes Back, The Clone Wars, and Rogue One. Oh man, I love Rogue One. I need to watch that soon. Again, I was listening to a podcast where they were talking about Rogue One, called the Star Wars New Canon Book Club, which has Jesse Cox, Alex Fassiani, and Michael Davis from the Warp Zone. And they have 3 very different opinions of each movie and TV series and book what comes out, but very interesting. I wish they published more than they do, but they don't, which it's a bit upsetting, because they're going on massive hiatuses, a lot more than myself. Yeah, Peter Capaldi's run as the Doctor. I heard that he got better, and I don't know. At that time period, I just didn't, for lack of a better word, I grew out of Who, I suppose, more than anything. But
luck is no substitute for skill in Pazak.
I'm just not as bothered anymore about Doctor Who. I like what I like, and when I feel when I need to stop, I'll stop. A bit like with a few things in Star Wars. I like what I like in Star Wars, and stop when I need to stop. If you think that's luck, let's do that again. No, let's not do that again. Never gonna play that game ever again.
To test yourself against the best Pazak player on Taris? You know where to find me.
Well, that's because you're the only Pazak player. Sonara, let's see what's going on here.
Hi there.
I've got a sword. Should have probably put this away.
Of course, they don't give us Sith officers from the military base much time off.
I'm not interested in chatting right now. Just completely flubber off, going, nah. I'm here to drink, not to talk.
I'm off duty right now, so I'm not in uniform. My name is Sana, junior officer, first class with the Sith occupation force.
Yeah, the writing of Doctor Who has been really bad. It's like, that's the biggest problem with the New Who, with Jodie Whittaker. Like, Doctor Who's writing is, from what I hear, because I haven't watched any, I only watched the 1 episode, and I liked that episode, but everything after that was a bit naff, so I stopped watching. But the writing really lets it down, and it's such a shame when this is the first female doctor, and it just sucks when the writing is terrible and the story is not so great, and it just diminishes this historic moment for Doctor Who that no one really cares about Doctor Who. And it's not because the Doctor is a woman, it's the fact that the Doctor story and Doctor Who just, the scripts are just awful. And it's sad, really, isn't it? It's a bit sad. I'm breaking from my normal imperial facade by going into slang words, saying innits and stuff like that. Yes, the illusion is broken. Nice to meet you, Sonara. My name is Malakorum.
I'm actually a little surprised.
It's a Star Wars name.
Most of the people here on Taris can't stand us.
Well, I don't like to discriminate. You're just doing a job. I don't hold that against you.
Save the sympathetic best friend act. I'm not buying it.
I knew I should have gone for something else. I'm doing that again. Come on now. I want to... There's a specific thing I want to do. Which can I do by talking to her? So I'm going to scum save there. The writing has not been the same since late into Matt Smith's run. No. Yeah, it's been a bit lacking.
I'm off.
I'm not actually from Taris. I'm stuck until the quarantine ends.
You're an off-worlder. I figured you'd be even more angry being stuck on a foreign planet and all.
Being on Taris isn't so bad, but the locals aren't much fun.
You know, it's like everyone on this backwater planet is in a permanent bad mood. Don't they know we have to make the best of things?
You've got a very positive attitude.
Exactly, it's all about attitude. I didn't ask to be assigned to this backwater planet, but I try to make the best of it. It's pretty easy to get depressed on an assignment like this, but we do what we can to keep our spirits up.
You need to blow off some steam once in a while.
That's true. It's nice to meet someone who understands what I'm going through. It's good to talk about this stuff. It gets pretty lonely up at the military base. I have to get going soon. I've got a shift at the military base, but some of us junior Sith officers are having a party tonight to blow off some steam.
I do like a party.
Why don't you drop by the party? I'll show you where it is on your map.
Sounds good, I'll be there.
Don't be late. We're starting right after our shifts end. Most of us won't even be going back to the base to lock up our uniforms. I look forward to seeing you there.
Great. So, for those who are not in the know, there's a moment where we have to get Sith uniforms, and depending on what you do in this cantina, you either can get the Sith uniforms from her, or the room what they are in where they're partying. Instead, if you don't talk to her, there's another alien patrol, and the aliens are in the same apartment the Sith are having a party in. So it kind of implies that the Sith got rid of the aliens in that apartment block and decided, that was fun, let's have a party here. But yeah, you can either get the clothes from the aliens or from a Sith party.
What? Why are you speaking to me? Can't you tell from my clothing that I'm of the nobility? Get away from me. I can't be seen talking with a common rabble. It wouldn't be proper for a man of my standing.
Oh, well, that's very noble-ish of you. I was trying to say the word knob in there, but it didn't really work.
You aren't from Taris, are you? Do yourself a favor and stay away from the Teresian ale. It packs more kick than most off-worlders can handle.
Alright, I'll keep away from that.
The Sith are hunting for any Republic soldiers who escaped the battle overhead. They even sent a patrol into the Undercity to look for survivors.
Well, it's a good thing I'm not one of those survivors.
No hard feelings, my good man, but I can't really talk with you right now. It's difficult enough to draw the interest of the ladies in this establishment as it is. Surely you understand what I'm talking about. I'd guess you've experienced many lonely evenings, something I'm hoping to avoid tonight.
Okay, you do you.
I wish the off-duty Sith would stop coming in here for drinks. They're scouring the undercity looking for the Republic escape pods, and they reek of the sewers.
That can't be great.
Mucho shakapaka. Yi ki kon no ba muladra ki chichon.
Yeah, he did sound a lot like Tarkin, didn't he? I didn't mean to do that.
Who dresses you? You look like you crawled up here from the lower city. Oh well, I guess we can't all have style.
No. Especially now that the clothes shops are now shut. Anyway, let's get out of here and investigate. Let's get away from these NPCs. Pretty sure there's someone here we need to talk to. Or can talk. No, I don't want to talk to you. Go away. Wasn't here. What, the waiter? Oh, this is who I want to talk to.
Where did you get those clothes? A trash compactor in the lower city? And where are those drinks we ordered?
Sorry, I'm not your waiter.
Careful what you say. I get the feeling this spoiled brat can cause us more trouble than she's worth.
Why is the help here so incompetent?
Do you not realise I have a sword in my hand?
I could get you fired.
I don't even work here.
How dare you speak to me like that? Daddy's going to hear about this.
Okay.
Why do you poor folk always smell so funny?
Hey. Don't appreciate that. It's like the guy from Skyrim. Like, do you go to the Clouds District often? What am I saying? Of course you don't. Oh yeah, I forgot. Well, I thought this was in the Undercity, the lower city.
It's Duncan and Gurlon fighting. It's not like we're gonna miss anything good.
Shh, they're about to start, so quit complaining and just watch the view screen.
Ladies and gentlemen, I draw your attention to the dueling ring. Here, two combatants will battle for your viewing and gambling enjoyment. Now,
if you look carefully into the audience, you can see a Rakasa sprite, which is a mistake, but it's there anyway.
And over here, looking to climb the ranks yet again, is the ever-persistent Deadeye Duncan! And to nobody's great surprise, Deadeye is down again. Don't worry, folks. He's just unconscious. As usual, our medics will have him up and about in a bit. Well, that was quick, wasn't it? So I give you the winner, Gurlon.
Why would you pay for tickets to watch a fight that's going to last 2 seconds? Especially against someone who is notoriously bad.
Gurlon used to be one of the best in the game. Now he's barely better than old Deadeye Duncan.
Marl's been around forever. I wonder if he ever thinks about retiring.
Who is Miles? Oh, it's a streaming service, Twitch. What the hell are you talking about? Okay. Goodbye. I suppose he's always one to shoot first. Let's talk to Gale on two fingers.
You looking to step into the duel ring, or did you just come to watch?
Duel ring? I want to step into the ring.
Good to see some new blood in the fight game. Things have gotten pretty stale around here lately. If you're serious about this, go talk to Azure the Hutt. He's the duel organizer. He'll probably start a rookie like you out against Duncan.
This is a good place to get a lot of money quite quick.
What are you looking at, fresh meat? You want a piece of me? You want to step in the dueling chambers with me?
You want to calm down. You just got your ass handed to you. You don't look so tough. I could beat you in a duel.
Big talk. Go speak with the Hut in the corner to back it up. He's the duel organizer.
Hmm.
I look forward to our match. Fresh meat is just what I need to end my losing streak.
Beat.
Hello there, Offworld.
It's not
Allow me to
quite a bit of a
introduce
sore
myself.
loser, really.
My name is Morrow. I'm one of the duelists here at the cantina. I was wondering when you'd get around to talking to me.
When Twitch doesn't follow their own terms of service. Do I know you? Were you expecting me?
No, we've never met. It's just that most people who come here to watch the duels are bored nobles, looking for a little excitement in their drab
His
lives. But you're different.
voice
You look
actor
like you know
sounds
a thing or
familiar.
two about combat. I'm guessing you didn't come here to sit on the sidelines and watch a duel. Are you looking for a match?
I'm looking for a match.
If you're interested in setting up a match, or if you want to place a wager, just go speak to Adger. He's that hut over in the corner. He'll make all the arrangements.
Okay, goodbye.
Stranger. Maybe we'll talk again later.
I know what you're going to say. I'm so beautiful, I'm so attractive. How can someone who looks so hot with a weapon in her hand be called Ice? Well, I've heard it all before. I'm here to take care of business in the dueling ring, not to have some slack-jawed, goggled-eyed man slobber all over me. So back off.
Whoa, that was cold. I just wanted to ask you some questions.
You know what? I'm not one for friendly chit-chat, so I'm just going to deliver.
Yeah, he does sound a lot like
cold,
Morgan
hard
Freeman,
facts.
doesn't he?
I don't want to waste any more time with you.
Whoa, that was
Now
cold.
You know why they call me Ice. If you're looking for a match, go talk to Azure. He's that big hut over there in the corner. Otherwise, just go away.
As Andy Dufresne always said, get busy living, or get busy dying. Right, F5, before anything terrible happens, and talk to Azure the Hut. Oh, I'm not here to bet. I'm here to make girl on 2 fingers into no fingers. That sounded a lot more cooler in my head. I might be interested. I might be interested. What's in it for me? 10%. I'm thinking more 20%.
Vibroblades and blasters, and nobody ever dies. How come I get the feeling you're trying to take us for a ride?
I'll do it, but I want more than 10%. I should have really had a thermal detonator in my hand. Maybe that would have helped. What day? What day? Okay, I'll do it. The mysterious stranger. I like it. The mysterious stranger is a perfect name for you. You've got no past, no history. It makes you seem like you have some big dark secret. People like that. Makes them bet more.
This is for the best. We could use those credits from these duels, but using your real name is too risky. The Sith might have come across a crew manifest back on the Endar Spire.
You're ready for a duel now? You want to step into the ring right away? I'll set you up with Deadeye Duncan to start. I'm ready for a duel. Let's go. I know how to do this. Let's go. Oh, I mean, I'm ready. Come on. I'm ready for a duel. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, draw your eyes to the center ring. We have a very special presentation in store for you. You've seen him lose night after night after night, but this time he's after fresh meat. In this corner, I give you.
You know, we're trying to find Bastila, and we're wasting our time in the duel ring.
A relative newcomer to the terrace dueling scene, emerging from the shadows with no history.
She could be lying dead in a ditch, waiting for us, waiting for some help, and we're here messing around. All right, this will be easy. Let's go for a critical strike. Be embarrassing if we lost to this.
It's over! The fight is over! The mysterious stranger has won! But really, are any of us
Look in the top left corner of the screen, you can see the Rakata there, the Rakata sprite. It's just a mistake, but it's funny. Considering that they're supposed to be this being we've not seen for millions of years. All right, let's see how big Deadeye Duncan's ego is now.
What do you want? Oh, let me guess. You beat me in the dueling ring, and now you're gonna rub it in my face. Yeah, well, I'm used to it. So pardon me if I ignore your gloating.
Wow, you seem to have a bit of a bad attitude.
Gee, I wonder why. Couldn't have anything to do with being the worst duelist on Terrace, could it? Even a rookie like you got the better of me. Look, I admit it, you're better than me. Everyone's better than me. Blindfolded, one-legged tack with a rusty knife could probably beat me, okay? Is that what you wanted to hear? You satisfied yet?
Oh, yes.
Are you happy now that you've taken the last shred of dignity I had?
Yeah, I'm happy now.
I saw your match against Duncan. Not bad for a rookie. But Deadeye's a joke. Even after I lost the use of my fingers, I can still beat him. Go talk to Azure, the duel organizer, if you want to step up to the big leagues. I'll show you what it's like to
They can
fight
probably
a
take
real
him down,
duelist.
and then we'll dial it back. I know I said I wasn't going to mid-max earlier, but we only want to reach level 4 on Taris. And the reason because of that, when you level up to be a Jedi, it actually makes more sense to keep your level of a scout low as you can. So there's only 25 levels in this game, so you want to have as many opportunities to level up your Jedi powers as much as you can. I'm looking for a match.
If you're interested in setting up a match.
Alright, this is the same as before. Goodbye. Good fight, good fight. People like you, mysterious stranger. They bet a lot when you fight. It makes them happy and rich. I always pay my debts. You won. So you get paid 10% of the purse. That was the deal. Here's your credits. You come see me when you're ready to fight again. Ah, mysterious stranger. I knew you'd be back. They all come back. You fought well last time. People like you, stranger. They bet lots on your last fight. There'll be more on your next fight. You get 10%, same as always. You want to step into the ring now? And you ready to prove yourself against the best duelist on Taris? I'm ready for a duel. Alright, let's go for Deadeye. No. Girl on 2 fingers.
Ladies and gentlemen, draw your eyes to the center ring. We have a very special presentation in store for you. In this corner, one of the greats, a man so tough, even a disfiguring injury couldn't end his career. I give you Gerlon.
It's only because he can only win against the OAP. So, you know.
Emerging from the shadows with no history, no past, and no name. The mysterious stranger.
Alright. This we might have to be a bit more careful on. Let's get that adrenal use. Oh, we don't want that actually. It's too late. Right. Oh. Right, let's get that flurry on. Let's see what else we have. Strength, stamina. I want to go for strength, really. Oh no. Oh no. Use that med pack quick. That was scary for a second.
It's over! The fight is over! The mysterious stranger has won! Gerlon losing to a rookie. Is this a sign that his injuries have finally caught up with him? Or is the mysterious stranger for real?
Oh yeah,
Only time
I'm for real.
will tell.
Okay, there's that done. That's fantastic. Let's get our money from the hut and then we'll move elsewhere. Good fight, good fight. Yeah, saying the same as before. Thank you for the credits. F5. Oh, it's actually save the game because we haven't done that for a while. Ignore these title names. Stream 02. Right, let's go and gloat against Deadeye Duncan.
What do you want? Oh, let me guess. You beat me in the dueling ring.
Alright, that's the...
No.
Not who I wanted to talk to.
You beat me fair and square, stranger. But if I still had the use of my fingers, you wouldn't have won. Back before my injury, I would have mopped the ring up with you.
Maybe. Let's talk to this person and we'll
You
leave.
got your feet wet in the duel ring. Not bad. You've got real talent, kid. Stick with it and you'll go places.
I'm looking for a
If you're interested
match.
in setting up a match, or if you want to place a wager, just go speak to Adger. He's that hut over.
Okay, goodbye.
Stranger.
Let's go. Let's go and do something else for a bit. Because we haven't really done much. We've been playing this... Well, I've been playing this game for almost 2 hours now. And we've not even left Apataris.
Leave me alone. I'm not giving out
Benduck Star Killer. Auto prints? What are you talking about?
What? You don't recognize me? I'm Benduck Star Killer, the most famous blaster slinger on Taurus. Over 100 duels without a loss. Every one of them a death match.
How come you don't hang around with the other duelists?
I'm retired now. Once death matches became illegal, I just got bored with the game. I got no interest in using stun blasters. There was nobody left to challenge me anyway. I've seen you in the dueling ring, but you haven't impressed me. Now, if you could beat all these other pretenders, that might get my attention.
I want to ask you some questions.
Since I'm not going to answer them, you'd just be wasting your breath. So, move along before people see us talking and think I'm signing auto prints today. I don't want to be mobbed.
Okay, I'll be going now.
Off with you then. I'm done with this conversation anyway.
Well, that was fun. We've got ourselves a party to go to. I've forgotten all about Bastila, really. We can have a happy life here, Carl from Taris. We've got a job. We've got a social life. There's no So I'm about to get mugged. Oh, I didn't even. Oh, this is that guy in the middle. Like, whoop, don't mind me.
Daddy!
Oh yeah, the whole waiter business. I generally forgot about that. Where's she gone? Where's she going? Where did she go? Not that I'm bothered, but she's going to be a problem later. There's going to be more thugs and everything. Let's talk to a Sith trooper. Maybe.
Out
There
of
you
our
know.
way, citizen. We're on official Sith business. Just stand aside if you know what's good for you.
Welcome to the stream, Fusion Studios. Yes, this game's pretty great. I love it. I've only played this game twice to completion, and they've both been light side. So this is why on this stream I'm doing a dark side playthrough. But yeah, we're not that far into it. We've only just come out of the cantina and done 2 fights with the as being the mysterious stranger. Let's go and talk to. Let's go in a medical facility. We're taking this game slow, nice and easy, because we're going to be doing this for a while. I don't want to finish this game too prematurely. Let's see what's in here. Carve, you know what to do. Come on, actually, we don't want to do that just yet. We actually do want to talk to you.
Your appearance that you are an off-worlder. Still, you are welcome here. I'll not have it said that Zelka Foreign refused to help somebody just because they weren't a citizen of Terrace. Do you require healing or medical supplies? I can treat almost any injury or ailment right here at the medical facility. Except the rat ghoul disease, of course.
The rat ghoul disease? What's that?
The terrible affliction has plagued Terrace for many generations. It is spread by the rat ghouls, horrible monsters that live in the Undercity below Terrace's great skyscrapers. Prolonged exposure to the Undercity breeds the disease, and those infected will eventually mutate into rat ghouls themselves, becoming mindless beasts that feed on the flesh of others.
Is there no cure?
There is no antidote for the disease. Though
God, we can't escape, can we? We can't escape from any pandemic.
Then the Sith arrived. They overran the military base, and now they refuse to allow anyone access to the laboratories inside. The Sith are keeping all the serum for the patrols.
Oh, so there is a cure.
If I could just get my hands on a sample of that serum, the rat ghoul disease could be wiped from the face of Terrace forever. I don't see how that's going to happen.
Well, maybe, you know, if we sold it, could make a profit from it. That's how things get done. That's capitalism for you, baby. Space capitalism. Maybe I could find a way to get my hands on that serum for you.
I don't see how anyone could get their hands on that serum. The military base is crawling with Sith guards. Breaking in there would be a suicide mission. I suppose the Sith patrols in the Undercity might have a sample of the serum on them, if they hadn't already used it because of a rat ghoul infection. But I doubt a patrol would just hand the serum over. And nobody is stupid enough to attack one of the Sith patrols, even in the Undercity.
You say that. You say that. Don't worry, Zelka. I'll get some serum for you.
Don't say that. If the Sith hear you, they might think I'm suggesting you start attacking their patrols. They could shut me down. I only mentioned the serum because you asked. I don't actually expect anyone to get me the serum. Now, is there anything else I can do for you?
I'll be going. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to do that.
What?
Okay. Do what you gotta do, Calf.
It's open.
Yes?
Break into private property.
What are you doing? Don't go in there. That door is for employees only.
What? What's going on here?
Nothing. This isn't your concern. Just forget you saw anything, okay?
Either tell me what's going on here, or I'll explain it to the Sith.
What? No, don't tell the Sith, please. I can explain all this. Since the space battle overhead, people have been secretly bringing in these Republic soldiers who crash-landed on the planet. I had to take them in. What choice did I have? Their injuries are terrible. Most won't survive. But at least I can make their last days more comfortable. And at least here, they're hidden away from the Sith.
Well, for that you have my thanks. It's good to know that at least some of these men ended up in compassionate hands.
I hate to imagine what the Sith would do if they discovered these soldiers here. But since their initial questioning, the Sith have not returned, so it may be my fears are unfounded.
I mean, it's gonna cost you if you want to keep my the information a secret.
No, it's not. The Sith would torture men like these or worse, and you're not threatening this man while I'm present.
Oh, I don't take offers from you. I don't take orders from you. Either Zelka pays up or I tell the Sith.
Fine. Take these credits to seal your tongue, then leave this place. I don't want to have anything to do with a monster like you.
Well, I understand some extra credits might help us in our mission, but I don't approve of your methods. Zelka's a good man. You shouldn't have done that.
You've got your credits. Now please show yourself out. You're no longer welcome.
Oh my goodness. I've never seen this dark side actions of what they do. It's quite fun. Oh no. Oh no. Is it still working? Yeah, it's still working. I clicked off the game there for a second. That was scary. I do want to take a look at these models because I think they're me. You must be proud of your clones. I've forgotten the meme. Captain George, help me out here. If you're still there. Yeah, can you do that?
Psst, you there. Wait a minute. I need to talk to you about the rat.
You sound very slimy.
I've got an offer for you might want to hear.
Go on with your slimy voice. An officer? No, an offer. What are you talking about?
Zelka isn't the only one who wants to get his hands on the rat ghoul serum. Davik Kang will pay you 10 times what Zelka can. If
Well, 10 times 0 is 0. So, why does Davik Kang want the cure so badly?
Davik's interested in anything that can turn a profit. He could make a fortune selling the serum to anyone infected with the disease. Not like Zelka, who'll practically give it away.
Yes, Fusion Studios. We must inform the Sith of the doctor's treason. I don't know if you can do that. I've never done it before. Well, can always find out. Where can I find Davik if I want to give him the cure?
Davik isn't the kind of guy you can just walk up to, you know. He likes to keep his business.
Thank you, George. Thank you, Captain. Your clones are very impressive. You must be very proud. I should really just keep a notebook of memes and quotes from the prequel trilogy with me for the next stream we do on Tuesday. Why do you care who gets the cure?
Look, Zelka can't afford to pay me much. If you sell the serum to Davik, I can probably get a nice finder's fee for directing.
I could just not mention you. What if I just tell Zelka you're helping Davik get the cure?
I'll just deny it. Who's Zelka gonna believe? Me or some off-world
Well, I mean,
stranger?
I did just threaten Zelka, so he's probably not going to believe me. I'll keep your offer in mind.
And then only the rich could afford the cure. Just let the poor suffer.
That's what it's all about. Space capitalism, baby. I'll stop that. I'll stop that. I've broken the illusion that I'm some intelligent Imperial officer. Or you could just... Maybe I'm role-playing as a smuggler who just likes saying baby a lot. Maybe he's a Duke Nukem of the Star Wars universe, who knows.
Davik says you missed your last payment.
You forgot to pay your last payment to Disney Plus. Mickey's not happy.
Sorry, you're out of time. Now it's all or nothing. Davik can't have people not paying his debts.
But I don't have that much. How can I give you credits I don't have? No! Help! Somebody help! They're going to kill me!
I know we have to be careful about drawing attention to ourselves, but are we gonna just let them drag this guy off?
I thought this was kids messing around with an Ephorian. I don't like your attitude. I better teach you a lesson. Or should you just be... Just do the smart thing and say, sorry, I'll be going now. Don't mind me. But I kind of do want the XP, so I'm going to go for I don't like your attitude. Alright. This time to have a sword in your face. There we go. Down you go.
Thank you. I owe you my life. Those bounty hunters are going to take me away and kill me. My wife warned me not to take a loan from Davik. Now I can't pay him back. It's not good to owe a crime lord money. He'll just keep sending more bounty hunters after me till I'm dead.
Hand over the credits if you want to live. I can't believe I'm doing this. But we're going for a dark side playthrough, so I must.
Are you joking? We don't need this guy's credits. Just go on. We were happy to help.
I'm getting out of here before any more of
Cough.
my goons show up. You should do the same.
Why are you doing this to me? That's alright. My A button on my laptop doesn't work. So I'm using a keyboard. So I can use the A button, because it turns out the A button is very, very, very useful. And so you can't move without the A button. You can't write sentences without the A button. You can only strafe right or turn around and be like this. Very annoying. Yes, we must always take advantage of civilians. Money was always the end goal here. Oh, look at that. That's pretty. Lovely. Can we actually look down? Oh no, we can see the end of the skybox down there. Let's just ignore that. I can't wait to get 4 speed. Just
Out of our way, citizen.
just get from A to B so quicker. Quicker? It is quicker.
What is this planet coming to, huh? Slummy's just walking around the upper city.
Shouldn't you go to the lore says you belong, Slummy?
Oh, this is rich.
Yeah, like he said. These streets are for upper city citizens. You better get out of the way if you know what's good for you.
Oh my goodness. Hey guys, we can all be friends here. Let me buy you a drink.
A drink? Hey! For a slummy, you ain't so bad. Come on, boys. This slummy's buying the next round.
No way. Get it. I want a drink.
Captain George, you're full of those acquisitions. Rule of acquisition 111.
Maybe next time, slummy.
Treat people
Come on,
in your
fellas, let's
debt like family. Sorry, treat family in your debts like family. Exploit them. Oh man, I got a light side point there. Gonna have to rectify that. Don't know why I tried it there. I'm just so used to doing the light side option. I'll stop, I swear. What's going on here?
The evil walks among us. The enemy is here.
Oh.
We must act now.
Is that
before
Tom
we
Kane?
overrun with the vermin invaders. Friends and fellow humans,
I think that is Tom Kane.
I bring you a warning of a great plague spreading across our planet. Please, listen to me. My name is Gorton Kolu. Will you join my cause? We must band together
Oh.
if we are to stop the spread of vermin and scum.
Yeah,
throughout
he wasn't speaking Huttese the entire time. He was trying to speak basic, but he was just so drunk on Juma juice. Vermin and scum, what are you talking about?
I am speaking of the hideous-looking aliens who walk the world of Taris. The Wookiees and Ithorians and Rhodians and Bith, all of them. Listen, friend, for these are dark times. That is why I, Gorton Kolu, have formed the Anti-Alien League.
Oof.
The time has come for action. We cannot sit idly by while aliens blight our glorious planet.
I don't know which is worse, your hate-mongering or your ignorance. I see. Well, good luck on your crusade.
Remain true to the cause, friend.
I would have gone for
United
option
humans
1,
such as
but
yourself are
dark
few
side
and
options.
far between. But we shall triumph when the day of reckoning comes.
We're gonna have to be a racist bigot to get those dark side points, aren't
We
we?
cannot sit idly by. Greetings again, friend. Have you mentioned my Anti-Alien League to others? We must always be looking for those sympathetic to our cause.
Yes, I'll mention it to everyone I meet.
Excellent. Excellent. There is much work yet to be done, but spreading our message is the first step. Remain true to the cause, friend. Enlightened humans such as yourself are few and far between.
Right.
But we shall triumph when the day of reckoning comes.
Ooh.
Listen to me, people. There is a terrible scourge sweeping.
Oh, it is
our
Tom
planet.
Kane.
Heed my warning.
Sounds like
before
he's
it is
playing
too late.
Warden Quincy Sharp from the Arkham games. Alright, fair.
The evil walks among us. The enemy is here. We must act now before we are overrun with the vermin invaders.
The elevator?
This elevator is off limits. Only Sith patrols and those with proper authorization are allowed into the lower city. It's obvious from the way you're dressed that you're not one of the Sith patrols, so unless you have the authorization papers, you must move along.
Where can I get those authorization papers?
If you were supposed to have them, you'd know where to get them. Now quit wasting my time and move along.
Okay.
Move along then.
We're gonna need some kind of disguise if we want to get past this guy.
You know I can hear you too, right? Right, I know we gotta go for that. Ah, proud Imperial. I quite like the Sith Trooper armor. It's different. You know, it's not Stormtrooper-like, but it's still very similar in design-ish. You know, it still evokes the same imagery, I suppose is the right word to use, but looking different at the same time. Child? What's this child doing here? Oh.
Is you one of the Sith? My daddy says the Sith are nothing but bullies. You don't look like a bully.
No, I am the one who gets bullied. The drunk waves sheepishly to you. He seems to be having trouble standing. Don't stand too close to that edge. To the apartment we must go. Right, let's see if we find some more aliens in here. Right, Carf, you know what to do.
On it. It's open.
Largo. Well, let's be sensible here. Take our stim pack and talk to Largo.
Please don't hurt me. You don't have to kill me. I'll have Davic's money if he just gives me a little more time. Please. I don't want to die. Here, I've got 50 credits on me. That's all I've got. It's yours. Just don't tell Davic where I'm hiding, okay? I'm begging you.
Give me those credits and I won't tell Davic you're hiding here.
Here, take the credits. But please, just don't tell Davic where I'm hiding. He'll kill me if he finds me.
I know we might need credits, but there's got to be a better way to get
Carf,
this.
come on. This is wartime. I'm gonna come back to kill you later, but I don't do bounty hunting for free. I'll talk to the bounty board first. Yes, shiny, clean, and keeps them anonymous. Yes, that's what I like about the new Sith Troopers in Knights of the Old Republic. Oh yes, definitely time to exploit the innocent and rob apartments. What's going on in here? I'm pretty sure this is where... No, this is where the aliens live for their party. No, where the aliens come, where you can get the suit from an alien here. But we are looking for a Sith party. It might not even be in this apartment block, it might be in another one. Here we go. I think they use this music in Mass Effect as well.
Hey, you made it. I was beginning to wonder if you were going to show.
I love the dance animations in this game.
You have to try this Teresian ale. It's fantastic. We should have conquered this planet ages ago.
Careful, Sana. That wine's got quite the kick. A couple more bottles and we'll all be passed out on the floor.
Who cares? We're not on duty tomorrow. Let's live a little. Come on, drink up.
Yes, live like it's your last day on this planet. What the? What a bunch of lightweights, crikey. Didn't even have time to party. Oh, right, anyway. They're all, this is a... Have you ever been to a party and you're the designated driver or, yeah, I did find a female Sith. I wanted to go for this way because I prefer this way. It's a lot more fun. People being the designated driver, the one who has to stay sober and look after everyone else on a night out, and it's just, you realise just how silly people get when they're really drunk. And it is funny until it's not, and it's like, oh boy, here we go again. I don't know where I'm going with that antidote, but yeah, I don't know where I'm going with that antidote, but you realise quite quickly when you're sober just
On it. It's open.
how dull a party can be when you're not getting that buzz and you're not going, whoa, look at me, oh, I'm drunk. Like, yeah, well, so is everyone else, so congratulations there.
Don't hurt my family.
But I do like a drink here and there.
And get out.
I've had many nights where I've had one too many to drink, and they were fun. They were fun nights, fun weekends, and sometimes fun weeks. But I think those days are behind me now, and I'm more like, oh, I'll just have one or two, enjoy that. Won't have a hole in my bank account the next day. Always nice. Just robbed the family there nonchalantly. Oh, we've explored the entire city. Probably is their last day. I think we spent like 3 days on Taris. Or at least 2 days, because you sleep again, I think, when you rescue Bastila. Anyway, let's get changed into our Sith uniform right in front of the Sith trooper. That's a 6. Oh no, that's just a 8 plus max dexterity bonus. That's some pretty cool armor. Okay. I want to start, have we got that ability yet? I don't think we do. The two-bladed ability. And I don't remember where I find that. Is it in skills? Yes, it is. Oh, we do. I'm going to start using 2 swords, but I want to wear one that's balanced. Short sword. Yeah, let's go for the short sword. Equip. And see how well that does. Look at me. Look how cool I look. Let's talk to a citizen. See what happens.
Please, don't hurt me. I'm just a simple merchant. I don't want anything to do with you, Sith. Please, just leave me alone.
Oh, you know what I should do? We need to go back to the doctor's place. I love how everyone's completely terrified of me. I want to ask you some questions. Right, let's go. I'm going to go back to the doctor. Just absolutely terrify him. I'm just going to save here, just in case nothing happens, and I can just quickly get from A to B. So to me, this is a brand new game, playing Darkside, because it's just something I haven't done ever. Oh, we should talk to the drunk men as well.
It's the Sith! Oh no! I'm so scared!
Don't do anything stupid. You don't want no trouble with the Sith.
Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry about this, Shithy. Come on, fellas, let's go.
Ah, beautiful. I now know what everyone. I now know what everyone likes this game.
Don't worry. If I hear anything, you Sith will be the first to know. For a price, of course.
Right.
The Sith governor said I could keep this medical facility open. I have the proper permits. Please, I don't want any trouble.
Uh-huh.
Here's the moment.
Sure.
Oh, I'm a little bit. Ah, that's a.
The Sith governor said I could keep this medical facility open. I have the proper permits. Please.
That's very anticlimactic. I suppose that would actually break the game, so. Yeah. I wonder if we can, because we won't be able to keep this armor. I wonder if we can use this in the dueling ring. I know we're kind of like backtracking here, but I'm very curious to find out. And therefore I shall do so. Might as well. That's what this game's about. Just figuring out what crazy, silly things we can do in the Star Wars universe.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? You can't go into the camp.
Oh, man.
Then you shouldn't be in full uniform. If you're off duty, go change your outfit. If not, get back to your patrol route.
Ah, man. That is a little bit disappointing. Well, I can see why. That's a lot of code to write. Needless to write when not a lot of people are going to end up doing that. But, hey-ho. Hey-ho. It is what it is, and we shall continue on our epic quest to find Bastila. That is what we're supposed to be doing, but we've just been messing around for the past 2 hours. 2.5 hours. So I'm going to go to the Undercity. No, the Lower City. Oh, you're absolutely right. Yes, Fusion. I'm glad. You are 100% correcto. The entire rest of the stream is just going to be going back and forth down that road. That is true. That's 100% true. Anyway, let's get out of this armor. Just wear absolutely nothing.
Stay out of the Lower City. That place is overrun with gangs.
It is a bit weird running around in my undergarment with 2 swords. I love how he's more bothered about me being on duty than a half-naked man with 2 swords. So anyway, I went in and I started swinging. Oh, it won't let me wear. Fair. Okay. It's go back to that. They could see what we tried to do. They knew. They knew.
Another patrol heading down to the Lower City, eh? Well, good luck. I've heard it's pretty rough down there.
Oh god, this chair's becoming really uncomfortable after 2.5 hours.
Gangs will take a shot at anyone, even us. It's too bad we don't have the manpower just to sweep those slums clean.
I should probably save before anything awful happens down here. Has anyone seen the Excalibur movies about, like, the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic abridged series by Excalibur, something, Excalibur's Sword, something like that? I remember it being really funny back in the day when they first came out. I don't know if it still holds up today, but it's just very dry humour and very Monty Python-like. And if you haven't watched it, I recommend it. I'll put a link in somewhere after this video. Alright. Should probably apply that. Nice.
How'd you like that?
That was pretty easy. Getting a lot of frag grenades. Right, what's down? Twi'lek corpse. Med packs is always good to have. Volker guard. Now it's time to clean the streets. Yeah, it's doing 11.5 damage. That's pretty decent. Aye, that's all we're gonna end up doing. Is looting corpses. Is what we do best.
Ready?
Right. Right. Now I can move. Why can't I move? Oh, there we go. There's a Fusion, just to keep you aware, there's a bug in this game where after combat your character will freeze into place and won't move, and it's game breaking, which is why I keep saving so often. Which is why I should actually save on stream too. What is down here? Standard door. A sentry droid.
Ready.
And a door with loots.
It's open.
Lots and... Well, what are the Sith doing? I don't want any trouble from the Sith. Please just go before we...
What?
I reckon there's a lot of dialogues we're just missing out on because we're dressed as a Sith. Haven't accounted what on your KOTOR game? Ooh. Oh, that was pretty cool. The animation there.
What?
Oh, you mean the bug? Yeah. I know this room. It's a booby trap. We'll come to that one later. Come on, move. There we go. Because I've never had this problem when I freeze up on other computers. It's just this laptop. But on other computers I've had it crash every 10 minutes for no good reason. It's just a very old game which has problems.
Yes.
Computer to computer. Oh, wow, 22 damage. And a level up. What level would that be? This would be the last level up we can do in Taurus. So let's make it count. Put it on that. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Skills. Let's put some more. I want to go repair. Let's put our persuade up because we're having problems with our persuade. But it costs 2 points. Let's not do that then. Let's go for more of a repair. And then we've still got 2 more points. Could put that in 7. Oh, why don't we do that? There we go. I want to get to at least 4. Steam. This is a Steam copy. I do own a GOG version of the game as well. And a disc copy. Both best to PC and original. Oh, does Calf not level up? I'm pretty sure he does, just not at the moment. He's on a different point scheme at the moment. Yeah, this is a Steam version, which runs fine. Runs alright. Yeah, you're right. I should have probably just not used Persuade. That's more of a light side thing, isn't it? Or grey side. Oh well, mistakes are made. I might do it one more to get to 4, and then don't use it ever again. Like I said, this is an entirely new game to me now that I'm doing Dark Side. Another Black Volker. Well, it's Critical Strike. Ooh, got a taste of my own medicine there.
What?
Come on, Calf.
What?
Nice. Right. Well, pretty much nearly done in this complex. I only have experience with disc version. Maybe an update hardware of the laptop. Yeah, probably. I mean, this is Windows 10 I'm running this on, and on an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 960M. So, don't think this game was intended for technology 15 to 20 years in the future. Yeah. I would like some loot now. Yeah, I can imagine that the story changes a lot the more further you go in. What I'll probably do when I go to Tatooine, because I know you can miss a lot of lore on Tatooine if you go dark side. So I'll probably do light side to a point for the Tusken Raiders and then slaughter them like animals. Right, it might be time to take this off soon because I want to actually talk to people. Especially when we go into the cantina. Javar's Cantina. Bouncer. Actually, before I go in there... No, it's going. I'm very curious to see what it's like to go in there with our... Might not be allowed. I'm not on duty right now. You're doing the same thing, yeah. They just haven't coded the conversations in the cantina, which is fair enough. Probably the same here as well, not even gonna bother. The woman and the children. I slaughtered them like animals.
Down you go! Down you go!
You're already missing a lot.
How'd you like that?
Just go for strength, get that strength modifier up. Oh no, this is a conversation.
You guys are behind
Just
your
wasted
pace.
that.
What do you think just because you're in some gang, you don't have to give Davik his cut?
Karadumpa kunpa yiyamoka paata. Bunanay kachu. Yinkin kunoba mulirachi kun. Tong na bunsha nyunyang. Kavavol mulchi kamana.
Runda di hotonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule. Tunking ba nunotek. Tugning chatukune mulerabes.
Ah, so you want to play this the hard way. Okay.
To be quite fair, the bouncer is being upholding to Sith law, so it's more. I mean, it's more of the Sith commander told us not to go in, so you just want to get in trouble by the Sith. So yeah.
I knew you boys would see reason. Now get out of here.
Too bad. I was looking forward to cracking some heads.
Maybe next time, Canderous. I better get this over to Davik. I'll call you if anyone else gets behind on their payments.
Nice.
Those Valkyrs are dumber than a Coruscant granite slug. They actually think being in that pathetic little gang of theirs makes them important. Gadon keeps his hidden Becks in line, but Brezhik's getting dreams of grandeur. If Davik's smart, he'll slap that young punk back down.
Who are you?
I'm someone you don't want to get on the bad side of. And I'm not one for small talk. Besides, you know the arrangement. You Sith don't interfere with Davik's business, and you all get a nice cut of his action. I don't have time to stick around here anyway. Davik's got me working on a special assignment.
I do like these alterations of the conversation if you're in this uniform. Ah, more trouble down here. Get absolute... Oh, gotta get out of here. Let's go for a little trick of mine. When we're in deep problems, you can skip a turn with the med packs by going into utility items. No, that's not it. Usable items. Here we go. Advanced med pack use. It's a bit of a cheat to the game, but I'm not. I think I've got the game on medium. It's an ability some consider to be unnatural.
Yes, what's on your mind?
Is now a good time to speak to you about more questions in this crime-riddled alleyway?
I guess I did say you could ask me questions later, didn't I? Is this really necessary?
I just want to know you a bit better.
Oh, well, if it's an interrogation you wanted, why didn't you say so?
I get it, I'm in a Sith uniform. But that's not what I meant by interrogation. I never said that.
No, I was just joking. Though you do seem to be full of questions. It's rather refreshing.
I've asked a lot.
Let me ask you something first, though. I've been going through the battle aboard the Endar Spire
It's
over
been
and
a
over in
while.
my head since we crashed. Some things just don't add up for me. Maybe you could tell me what happened from your perspective.
Like you said when we first met, Basta didn't have time to use her powers.
True. Basta is as powerful as they say. She's the one who defeated Darth Revan, after all. I guess that no Jedi ability, no matter how powerful, makes up for being completely surprised and outmatched. We didn't choose that battle anyway. It got forced on us. Hell, I'm just as surprised that any of us are alive to talk about it. Come to think of it, it's more than a little surprising that you happen to be here, isn't it? I mean, just what is your position with the Republic fleet anyway?
Just luck. What are you accusing me of? I'm a scout. I was recruited into the fleet for my skills, if you must know.
Well, that makes sense. Still, it seems a bit strange that someone who was a last-minute addition to the crew roster is one of the survivors.
It's because I'm the playable character, that's why, Calf. What's so odd about me being added to the crew at last minute?
You were the only one. Not to mention that Bastila's party was the one who requested your transfer.
Yeah, that is a bit odd. Why would Bastila request my transfer?
The Jedi requested numerous things when they came on board, but now they practically took over the ship as far as I could tell. Considering your connection to Bastila and the Jedi, whether you know it or not, your presence here seems a little convenient. I'm probably wrong, and this is probably nothing, I know. I learned a long time ago not to take things at face value, however, and I hate surprises.
Well, what do you mean by surprises?
I mean, I have to expect the unexpected, just to be safe.
Are you always this suspicious? You always this suspicious?
Look, it has nothing to do with you personally. I don't trust anyone.
Are you assuming Are you assuming the reason I survived was because I'm the protagonist? I like that. I like that fusion. I consider this important.
All right. You're pretty damn tenacious. You know that? We'll talk about it, but later. Right now, I just want to get...
No. We're going to talk about this right here in this dirty alleyway full of knives, needles, and in front of the Sith trooper right behind me.
Hold on. Where do you think you're going? This area is restricted to undercity patrols. Without the proper security papers, I can't let you pass.
I've got orders to join up with one of the undercity patrols.
I don't know how they do things in the upper city, but down here, we follow our orders to the letter. Without your security papers, I can't let you past. So just march on back to the base, talk to your commanding officer, and tell him you need the security papers. Otherwise, you ain't getting down.
Well, okay. Right, okay. It was about time I got off my uniform and went into the pub. And wait for this all to blow over. Actually, I should be wearing... Does this have any bonuses? No. Max dexterity bonus plus fly. I should be wearing a combat suit. There we go. For now. You don't need to see my identification. Mind tricks don't work on me. Only papers. Actually, I want to see +5 defense bonus 4 max is 8. Yeah, we're gonna keep the combat suit on. I do want to check out the apartment in here.
Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Agi inko tune chuna muri ra. Tangi wama jikona. Tonki pa nonku nek abog. Jiyo kaku. Kinba muri ra dwanaji. Kuyami juski chika nai. Uba baska dwana chichopa muska. Jiska da soki kupa bona na chachu.
Here's a bounty on your little green heads. I'm here to collect.
It looks very odd, Kello nods.
That's the plan.
It's definitely a different design. Interesting introduction to the character. He's the Dengar of the KOTOR universe. Oh. Have I come at a bad time? What are you two doing in that room? You bunch of... what are they called? I was trying to remember their names. Oh, whoa, that was close.
How'd you like that?
Oh, no, no, don't do that. Go away. No, no, stop. Disengage. Attack him. Easy as a Kessel Run. Nice trick grenade. Nice. I think he does the 3, 2, 1 in the cantina. Oh, there's more? Right, let's actually use this. I'm gonna go for the guy with the melee. Shield equipped. That was 30 damage there. That was beautiful. Good night, Captain George, and may the Emperor's blessings bestow upon you as well. Ooh, there's a frag mine in here. And that's gonna blow up in my face. We've only got the demolition of 2. Yep. More supplies. Wonderful. What we'll probably do is we'll check out these last apartments, and I'll probably end the stream soon because it's nearly midnight in the UK and 1 o'clock in Europe. But we'll finish off these apartments and we'll start the next episode with the cantina, which will be an interesting start to the show. If I can move my character, there we go. But the plan is not to over-indate the... One problem I had with the Empire at War series was the fact that all the thumbnails just completely flooded the upload screen, which I wasn't a big fan of because it hid away like the Battle of Hoth in the middle of all of these playthrough episodes. So I plan to do at least 3 to 4 hours, but it's quite difficult to do when you're trying to fit in the same time zones as America and the UK. When that's 7.
Stop right there,
Silver.
or I'll give you a blaster shot right between the eyes. Now, what are you doing here?
Who are you?
No, I'm the one with the blaster pointed at you. I get to ask the
I think you
question.
find I have 2 swords.
What are you doing here?
When will the next episode start? Tuesday, 9 PM GMT. So that is yeah. So same time as, so that's 9 o'clock in Great Britain next Tuesday. And then I don't know what that will be in America. It's like 4 hours behind, so that will be...
Well, go explore somewhere else. There's nothing interesting for you here.
I can't do maths right now.
This is your only warning.
5
If you bother
o'clock
me again,
in New York.
You won't walk out of here alive.
And we won't attack her because she's quite dangerous. And actually we will. I just want to level up calf. What are you good at? Shit injury. Feats. What will benefit you better? Pistols. You're going for more of a pistol angle. Let's get that. Actually, no, I can't get it. The two-handed thing.
Sure.
Yeah, so the next stream will be on Tuesday, 9 o'clock GMT. Now that I figured out how to do a stream properly, probably be a lot more of an easier start. I know you missed the beginning, but it wasn't easy trying to get the thing started. This is a personal message sent to... Let's read it. Hey, Elam. Hi. How's life on Taris? I've heard your brother left for Tatooine to become a miner. Did he at least leave hyperdrive behind to keep you company? Mountain time? Is that what it's called? I had no idea that was called mountain time. I know there's Central Time and Pacific Time. Just a bit uncultured, really. I hope you're still practicing with that blaster I gave you. Remember what I taught you, because you might need it. Taras isn't like Alderaan. It can be dangerous here. And stay away from those swoop gangs, and keep everything locked up in that old strongbox. Nobody is going to be busting into that thing. Hope to hear from you soon, Uncle Louis. Right, let's
Sure.
Let's get into that lockbox, shall we? And then I think we'll end the episode there. Try to enter the password. Please enter the proper password response to confirm your identity. What is the name of your pet? Hyperdrive. What is the name of your pet? What is the name of your pet? I've just said it's hyperdrive. What? Who taught you how to... My uncle. I'm from Alderaan. There we go, that was easy. Republic modified armor. Let's see if that's better. Defense 5. Yeah, it's got a better defense. Yeah, there we go. Looks a little bit ugly, more ugly. Not as pretty, but keep us alive. Yeah, that's the entire apartment complex viewed, apart from going into Selvin's room, but don't want to do that just yet. So, thank you for joining. I'm going to save the game. Before anything, save game. Stream. 21.03.20 edit. E for end. Come on, there we go. So yeah, thank you for coming to the stream. I've not seen how many people vented, but I've really enjoyed the interaction to all of you who have been involved in the chat. It's been quite fun. I hope to do this next Tuesday at 9 o'clock, same time. Probably be a 3-hour stream from 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock. After KOTOR, we will be doing Star Wars Galaxies, which will be a bit... I think I'm going to enjoy a lot more, because I have no clue what I'll be doing in that game, and we can all find each other and that, and just go exploring the galaxy. But I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying the dark side playthrough because it's quite fun. Anyway, I'll stop rambling. Oz will be here for another hour. Until next time, may the Emperor's blessing bestow upon you.